Ta-da! We are live on the internet. It's just
Are we
me.
live? We're
Dick
live now?
Morty. We're live now. We're live now. Yeah, live.
Oh, wait, see this. I gotta see this to believe it.
Why won't you
Should I
go?
stop looking at... Ooh.
We both have our cameras at different angles today. That's interesting.
Different than normal? No, this is my normal angle, I think.
Yeah, but yours looks higher up and
I
more
think
to
I
the
just
to the left, maybe.
need to, sit up more.
Because I don't recognize this like bandsaw looking contraption in the background there.
Oh, yeah, it's because I moved the ping pong table, so now you can see the workbench.
Ah, okay.
That's what it
That's
is.
that's where you do all your woodwork and other such
Uh, I
craftings.
do woodwork? No, I don't. I didn't do... I don't know. I do little house projects. No big deal. Oh, I should look at... Oh, you're not streaming yet.
Hey, Steve the
There's
Ghost. Hey, Crispy AI. Oh, another thing. The sun's out for once, so I'm actually quite well lit. But that's purely because of natural light and not because of my
Oh
actual.
my.
But I still need to buy the ring light gimmick, which I will get around to soon.
Yeah, you should do that. Absolutely. They're very cheap and readily available, and they work wonders.
But the sun is free, and while the sun is shining, look how beautiful it is. Look how well lit I look.
You, we're human beings, and having dominion over nature is one of our favorite things.
I mean, if anything, I'm a bit overexposed by the sunlight here, I
Yeah.
think. So there you go. Speaking of overexposed, you look like you've got either a suntan or a sunburn. I can't quite tell which.
What's going on here? Let me turn this down a little. That's more normal.
Oh, am I too loud?
No, no, no. I'm turning down my light. I have a ring light, so
Oh, I see. I see.
it was too bright, and I made it less bright.
Crispy AI, who I assume is also in the UK, says it's chucking it down over the Pennines. That's weird because I'm not too far away from the Pennines, and it's a beautiful sunny day here. It's 14 degrees
Wait, let me
and
see if I
uh,
can
and
decipher this. Wait,
sunny.
where are they
So
saying this? Oh yeah, Twitch. Forgot dual streaming. My
yeah, I
favorite.
know. That's just because I could never be bothered to change the primary
Yeah.
account. Hey, the Dark Genius, welcome as
I was
well.
like, nobody's saying anything on YouTube. What are we talking about?
You can be
All
on
right.
Twitch, you can be on YouTube, you can be on
Let me go ahead and
YouTube.
decipher this. Okay, it's chucking it down over the pennies.
Pennines, not the pennies.
All right, so this means that somebody's throwing up over
No,
really small stocks, like penny stocks.
no, it's raining over the Pennines, and the Pennines. I don't need this. The Pennines are well, I wouldn't quite call them mountains. I would call
They're
them
like hills,
they're large
knolls,
hills. No, they're not quite knolls. They're a bit bigger
a
than
set
that.
of knolls.
I suppose technically they're like mini mountains. I don't know. They're quite tall.
How do they look in comparison to the United States Colorado Rockies?
Yeah, then they just look like little mole mounds, I guess, compared to those. But
Yeah.
yeah, we have a couple of tall mountains, but not many. We certainly don't have the diversity of tundra as you do in the United States of
Yeah.
America.
What's up, Redland? What's up, Harkenman Design? Welcome to the party, pals. You finished Resident Evil 8?
Yeah, thank you, Steve the Ghost. Yeah, we finished it
God
last
dang.
night. So we did it in 10 hours all in.
Oh, wow. That's very short. I guess they're all kind of short.
They are all kind of short. I'd say it was roughly the same length as Resi 2 and Resident Evil 7 and some of the others that I've played, but they're kind of short, but there's replay value on it. I'm quite looking forward to just doing it as a new game plus now on my own without having to stream it and having it in proper ultra wide full screen and stuff. So I've got that to look forward to. But we did a pretty good job all in all. I think I'm still going to upload them to YouTube over the next week or two. So it'll be 5
Ooh,
episodes of around 2 hours each.
speaking of
Um,
uploading stuff, well,
yes.
two things. What's up, Brion? Welcome to the party, pal. We've been uploading to TikTok, so if you're on the talk with the kids, go over to TikTok, GameFront.com.
Oh, we're off the
And
air. Oh no, we've dived off the air. Technical issues.
hey, young folks, if you're on the talkers, get over there to the ticks. Our first video. Wait, let me check and see where it's at right now, so I can give you an accurate impression.
Are you calling me a boomer?
Yeah. Oh,
Are you
change
calling me
down.
a boomer, young man? I'll
Yeah,
have
I
you
mean,
know,
essentially.
young
Oh wait, sorry. I just
man.
have to watch all these TikToks first. This is the problem. Okay, so our first video got 253 views
Bollocks. From who?
from random people,
Hang
and
on a
then our
minute.
second one only has
That first
60
video
so
is
far.
that's me doing Hulk Hogan, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, you're killing it.
Fucking
You're
hell.
you're talk famous
Jesus Christ on a cracker.
or tick famous. I don't know how they say it. Talkers. We'll figure it out. I'll Google some stuff later.
I gave
But
you
I'm
permission
gonna.
to do a GameFront TikTok. I didn't give you permission to make me famous doing an impression of a man who is, let's be honest, a little bit racist on
Oh, he's
TikTok.
a lot of bit racist.
Yes. So
Yeah,
this is
Hogan
not the
sucks.
best
My
thing for
childhood
you to.
hero, one of my many childhood heroes who has fallen.
But yes, you will. But you will happily just, make me quote unquote. What impression would you like me to do next? For, for to make me TikTok famous.
How's your like Epstein? Are you pretty good at that?
Jesus, yeah, I can do a fantastic. Yeah, I can crack out the Jimmy Savile in a minute. I mean, how bad do we want to go with this? I mean,
Oh wait, I know that reference. I read about that guy.
Jimmy Savile was a children's entertainer in the UK who, after he died,
Yeah.
turned out to be a little bit of a nonce. Uh,
Yep, that's
but
the
let's
guy.
not talk too much about that pleasant
He looks
part
like
of.
the Mighty Boosh's dad.
He looks like a Dark Souls villain. I mean, he's not a nice man, frankly. So I mean, anyway. And now Crispy Eyes doing Jimmy Savile impressions in the chat, and it's all gone to shit already. Zach isn't even here. We're only 11 minutes in.
It's already gotten way out of control.
We're out of control already. We've crossed the boundaries of good taste. Right. Any announcements? Actual good announcements other than TikTok?
I mean, the TikTok is a great announcement. I'm going to be taking clips, so if you find anything interesting or funny, clip it up on the Twitch, and then that's mainly where I'm going to be pulling stuff down, and then I will put some GIFs on it, do some captioning. I don't think we'll be doing like the challenges and stuff, but who knows?
So basically, this TikTok is going to be the unofficial Pelagius feed because it's just going to be all the things Pill clips from Twitch.
Well, hopefully Phil will inspire other people to also clip stuff that they want to see, or that they think other people should see.
Cool. And where can we find this Tickly Talk?
Let me see if it's just TikTok slash yeah. TikTok slash at GameFront. Nope.
Oh, nice. I thought, did we GameFront?
No, we didn't get it. We didn't get it.
Com. So it's at
GameFront.com.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna put yeah, they got it. They got it. I'll put it in all the chats.
Sweet. I'll eventually add that to all of our profiles and things.
He hated it. Danny fought me. Danny fought me on this. It's not something he wanted, but it's something he got. So
I just don't like TikTok. I just don't like this whole way social media has gone.
It's not for you.
It's not for me, and that's why I've been the bigger man and said, look, if you want to run it, go for it. Like, I'm not gonna look. See, I'm not the sort of person who's like, I don't want to be in. I want this to be a collaboration and not a dictatorship. Like, I don't want to own everything and stuff. I'm being genuine. Like, I don't want to be like it because I don't want my old fuddy duddiness to be like, well, because I've seen that happen before, right? Where people get set in their ways and they just don't move with the times. And then the next thing you know, they run in an IRC server from 1996 in the middle of the 2000s, and they're just left behind. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like that person. So if somebody says, look, we need to do this because it's trendy and whatever, then I'm not going to stop you from doing it. I don't have to like it, though. I don't have to be on the TikTok. And I don't have to be made famous for doing Hulk fucking Hogan impressions on TikTok.
If you don't think that I'm not going to TikTok this rant, I am.
So you're going to TikTok me doing an anti-TikTok rant on TikTok?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm going to become famous for all the wrong reasons here. Like, it's going to be...
If the entire TikTok was just you complaining about TikTok and then... me laughing about it, that would be great.
Redlin says clips of Danny Goose are becoming viral. Crispy says I'm not relevant anymore. TJ Sluster is confused because I thought I was on Twitch playing Resident Evil 8 because I didn't update the
Oh
notification.
my goodness!
Oh
You
my
know that
goodness!
you
I
know
did
you know
change
the
the
trick,
name of the.
right?
I know, but it never works. I keep. Oh, I don't know. I'm sick of it.
You
I'm sick of
gotta.
it.
It's a process. You gotta change it on the website. When you go live on Streamlabs, it will give you the old one. Then you have to like X out of going live, and then the second time that you go live, it will update.
Okay, I'll get.
Oh,
I'll.
here we go. TikTok followers streaming in. What's up, Slusher? Thank you for the follow.
I will get used to how to do that eventually. Have we got any other announcements? I don't think so.
I got a
Other
new
than
shirt.
oh, nice. It does look very, very, very 90s wallpaper.
Yeah, it's good little leaves. I had to go buy new shirts because with the lockdowns lifting, I'm gonna end up being around other people, and most of my shirts got like little food stains right on my chest from like laying down and eating for the last year.
And you don't
So
wash your shirts.
I do, but you just can't get everything out of everything.
Okay, so you just been eating the nuclear stuff, like the really hot sauces and just shit that doesn't come out.
Oh,
Red,
absolutely, yeah.
red wine, white wine, Tabasco. It's just all on there. Okay.
Ew, Tabasco's not a real hot sauce. Come on.
It does.
Oh,
It
what's
does.
up, Steve? Thanks for the follow. TikTokers flowing in.
You will trigger me. You will be triggering me. They just following TikTok to piss me off. I can tell what they're up
I'm
to.
seeing them. They're popping up on getting the notifications as they come in. Thanks, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's just the downfall of GameFront. Like if you when we started FileFront in 2001, if you'd have, or
Oh, here
whatever
we
it was,
go.
if you'd taken me back then and just said, look,
Everybody
do you
gather
wanna,
around Grandpa's
everyone
rocking
gather around.
chair.
No, you told me back then that in 20 years' time you'd have dropped the file for the game and you'd be on this fucking tickly talk where you're just posting random 5-minute clips of. If you told me Hulk Hogan was a racist, I'd have spat my drink out in your face. I wouldn't have
Yeah,
believed a word of it. And that's
yeah.
just how I feel about this whole situation, frankly. You know what I mean?
So what you're saying is the reality is different now than you could have imagined that it ever was, but it is the actual reality that we live in.
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, yeah. Because, like, imagine if it was 20 years ago, right? And you described 2020 to you 20 years ago. Would you have believed you? Or would you have thought this was just the Simon King novel? Like, would you have believed the word of it? Like, or would you have, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
there's aspects of it that I absolutely would believe. There are aspects of it that I'd be like, that doesn't make any sense. How is that possible?
I feel like I live in a Black Mirror episode. Have you ever seen Black Mirror?
Yeah, I mean we do because those are reflections of actual
Well, yeah,
society.
that's why it's called Black Mirror, right? Because it's the reflection of a black. It's the reflection of your phone screen. It's like a that's. But like Black Mirror, when it first came out 10 years ago, it was very fanciful, and now you go look back at season 1 of Black Mirror, and you go, "Yeah, that's reality now.
Yeah, real
That
accurate.
that's cool."
I
It's
mean that's the beauty of sci-fi though, and like that it's a exercise in philosophy, and so like some of it is going to come true. Like Star Trek doing iPads, like they have those little readers, or like they have those little screens that they carry around. That was like way before that technology was even readily available. But of course, there would be a little screen that you could carry around that was connected to everything around you, and yeah,
I suppose the difference is though technology in Star Trek is aspirational and it's used to the benefit of mankind. Like there is a maturity. The problem we've got at the moment, and this is going off on a real tangent. We're getting into podcast phase here, but
let's go.
the problem with technology at the moment is that we're still we are very immature with technology. Like
Oh yeah,
as a species, we don't have a fucking clue what we're doing, basically. So
yeah,
that's like, so we don't have a healthy work-life balance. We spend all day making YouTube videos and, doing live streams and getting our heads buried in the tickly talks and whatever.
yeah.
And,
Well,
and like, it
I
pisses me off
mean,
because like you go out, like, I don't know what it was like at this birthday party you went to yesterday, but whenever I go out
what was
for a
that?
meal
It
with
was at my
someone,
house.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, whenever
Yeah.
you socialize, do your friends actually take the phone, turn it off, put it away somewhere, and talk to you, or is it like me where you go out for a meal with a bunch of friends and you don't actually communicate with them because everyone's just doing this all night long? They're just like, yep.
Hmm.
And then eventually,
No,
you're
we were
like,
definitely because we were watching basketball and like talking about basketball, and
Okay,
Also those guys for some reason are obsessed with like fast food, so they were having heated debates about the best new fast food stuff, which I thought was really weird.
that sounds healthy. White Castle, obviously. But
Isn't White Castle nasty?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people rate it highly, but from what I can tell, it's not great. But I've never been to White Castle. But anyway,
Anyway.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my friends then. But like honestly, the number like it pisses me off. Like you've gone out of your way to spend time with someone, and all you get is this for an hour.
Yeah.
You'll get like 10 words out of them tops, and then maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm no fun to be around. Maybe I just rant about TikTok too much. I don't know.
This is a very boomer conversation. I like it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the chat to just explode with "Okay, boomer, okay, boomer." Anyway.
Okay, boomer. This is to go 1 degree farther than our immaturity with technology and the fact that we haven't just embraced that we can write an AI that's smarter than any person on the planet and would probably be a better like guide as to what we should do as a species is really sad to me.
Have we never introduced you to Zephyr?
Okay. All right. I mean, like a real AI. Like if we put all of our like collective AI technology together, and we're like, let's input all of the information that we know about the Earth and the universe and our species, and ask it what we should be doing at any time, it would probably give us like with what our goals are. Surviving as a species, saving the planet from impending doom, all of that stuff.
Maybe
It
it
would
would,
probably
but
give
I
us
mean,
step-by-step instructions.
I'm not sure because I don't. Is there an AI that can really do that? Because there's machine learning, right? And machine learning basically takes so you
Not the
feed
same. Yeah.
yeah you feed it information, and then it will basically figure out how to recognize patterns or recreate patterns, or so like it can upscale images and things like that.
Yeah.
But essentially, you're only getting out what you put in, right? And
Yeah.
nobody's ever solved the problem of getting a computer to come out with something that you hadn't put in somewhere. So all the computer is ever doing, really, or any AI or whatever, is just taking something that it's been given. Maybe it reformats it, mixes it up a little bit, but effectively, you're only going to get out what you put in. And if you put humanity in, you're going to get humanity back out again. So what is it like? Shit goes in, shit comes out. That's kind of like just.
Oh my.
I mean, maybe I'm cynical,
Bleak.
but like, do you
No,
know what I
it's
mean?
true.
It's true though.
Yeah.
Like, unless a
But
computer
you have
can,
to. That's why you have to tell it your goals. Like, how do we like solve world hunger? Give it a simple goal, and it would tell us very easily. And everyone was like, "Oh, we know exactly how to solve it.
yeah.
We
But
just
I
can't
mean,
because of all these things." But it kind of like cuts through the red tape of like any because the AI wouldn't have any like predisposition for like a certain country or like a race or anything like that. It would just be like, "Oh yeah, this is how you do it."
yeah. Brion says there's no AI that's even close to being able to do that kind of thing. But yeah, just hypothetically speaking, if there was, I think my point is, and you can see this happening today, for every person who asks an AI how to solve world hunger, there'll be 3 people from 4chan asking it how to resurrect Hitler and reanimate him. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of toxicity in the world right now. It's getting me down, if I'm honest. Like,
Yeah, but the AI would recognize that that's not a positive. Like that wouldn't positively affect
but it depends
like
who's
to the goal to the goals that we've given it.
Yeah, but who's giving the goals? Like who's? Do you know what I'm saying? Like who's? It's like Skynet, isn't it? It's like we can start out with
Maybe
the best
we
of
need
intentions,
Skynet.
but what if the AI decides actually I'm a 4chaner and I'm just gonna fuck everybody over? Like what happens if you don't? Do you know what I mean? Like it's got free will at that point, right? So it can do what it wants.
Yeah, I mean that's the scenario that everyone's always like, oh, and then the AI turns around and kills us, but the AI has no want to kill us,
Yet,
right?
but he might look at
But
humanity and go, "Well, this is clearly a shutdown and reboot situation." Do you know what I mean? You don't know. You
yeah,
just don't know. Like this apparently.
but I also think that that's like small thinking about what it could be because everyone's like, oh, well, the AI is going to end up acting like a person or having thoughts the same as a person, and my argument is that we can't even comprehend what the answers it's going to spit out if we would actually work on making it as powerful as it could possibly be.
Simon DG from 4chan says not all 4chaners are bad. I'm sure that's true, Simon DG. How long have you been a member of 4chan? Do let me know. I guess maybe I've just. Do you know what it was? I'll tell you why I've gotten onto this particular depressing rant recently. Who linked me? Someone linked me to a video in the Discord the other day of the internet historian doing a video about the Costa Concordia, which was a great video and perfectly fine. But then I thought I'd watch some more of the internet historians' videos, and most of them are just about how people from 4chan just dox people and like sabotage things and just do really nasty shit.
Yeah,
and
I mean, I would be careful, like being out here defending 4chan. Like,
I'm not
all 4chaners are bad. No, it's for Simon, only because maybe he uses it for nice purposes, but it's like if you're a cop, like, they're saying a few bad apples or whatever, it's not everybody, but like you're still associated with that lump of people, even if most of them are good, the bad ones are still in there.
Yeah, I'm not saying everybody, like everybody's an individual, right? So
I mean, that's what you're saying. You're typecasting the whole group.
I'm saying
you should be,
but I'm saying there is definitely people. 4chan is used to organize and orchestrate specified or specific attacks against certain groups or certain people or whatever. I'm not saying everybody on 4chan is involved in that, but 4chan is a breeding ground of that. I've been on there to get wallpapers and stuff. It's a great place to get desktop wallpapers, but like I'm not saying I'm definitely not going into some of the other boards.
What's your 4chan name? Let me look you up.
I'm not a user. I've never.
What's your account name?
Oh, mine.
Probably file checker. I'll look it up. You're on 4chan.
Yeah, I'm not on 4chan, but like I say, should we
That's
move on
exactly
to
what somebody that's on 4chan would say.
Yeah, you've caught me. Actually, you've backed me into a corner. I've initiated this rant on 4chan, and then you've discovered me as being a 4chaner. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's /Paul. That's it. That's the one that yeah. So it's the politics one, but I guess it always comes down to like there's a lot of right wing, extreme views on there potentially. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But let's not politicize things. Should we do some fan mail before we get so far into the rabbit hole?
Let's get political.
Jeez.
GameFront should just become a politics website. We'll get James doing his little news. Oh, there we go.
We did have really back in the day the forums were a hotbed for political discussion. Like forums forums are dead now, so it's all moved to Discord, and we've got a politics channel on the Discord, which is active. But back in the day, oh boy, it was fun moderating some of the political forums because
oh my.
Yeah, always a fun job. Like I try and stay out of politics, generally speaking, but
really, even though they rule everything around you.
I have political opinions, and I have the people I vote for and stuff. Like I'm not saying I avoid politics personally. I just avoid getting into political debates, specifically with the opposition, because what's the point? I've given up. Like people are just going to do what they want, right? You just see people arguing for hours and hours on end, never ending arguments about the left and right, just arguing against each other about.
Yeah.
And it's like you're never going to convince each other. You're never going to convince, like a far right person is never going to convince someone on the far left, and vice versa. Like you're just going to argue. What's the infinity symbol? Like you know what I mean? You're just wasting energy at that point.
Yeah.
Just give up.
I mean, you can read a plethora of articles about how like arguing on the internet doesn't help anyone and actually steals people's views and whatever they originally thought, even if you're being presented with information that's different.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, if someone's on the center ground, then generally they're probably more reasonable to be. Because I mean, I'd probably say I was somewhat center left, leaning more towards the left. But like, you can probably have a reasonable conversation with someone who has somewhat differing views. But when you start getting into political extremes, you're pissing in the wind. It's a waste of time. It's like you trying to convince James to fix his webcam the other week. An hour and a half of that, and like, did you achieve anything? No.
Yeah, we fixed the webcam.
No, you didn't. It was still broken. He had to move. He had to move to Chicago and set up like a ad hoc thing in a rush, and then it just miraculously all started working.
Oh man, that was wild. Why was it so good? Good
I don't.
light, good sound, good. Everything was better.
It's almost like if he doesn't try, he just nails it first time. If he tries to make it good, he just makes it worse, and then the more he tries to make it better, the worse it gets. I think that's the conclusion, right? Like,
That's about right. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, let's start with Dark Souls 2. This one was
Dark
the
Souls.
one where
Oh,
you were
you
constantly
gotta
going
share
into
your
the.
screen.
Oh, sorry, Morgan. I apologize.
It's
I
all
always
good.
do that. Can share that now. But yes, this was the one. This was the one where you were constantly getting dragged into this memory of horror or whatever it was, and I was very confused while I was editing it because I was like, "Oh, do you keep dying?" Because the loading screen kept appearing, but no, you just kept dragging into this other realm or whatever it was. I won't pretend to fully understand it. Maybe you can you see the screen now? Is that working? Is that
Yeah,
better?
look how wide this screen is.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm showing the whole screen. That's probably not useful.
What are all these tabs?
I have an ultra. Get your words right. There's a bag of chips in here for you. I've got an ultra wide monitor, so whenever I share the full screen, like it's a bit.
It's just giant.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
it
like
smushed it down a lot.
yeah. Is that better?
That is better. We're in.
Nice. We're cooking with gas, boys and girls. So Dark Page, the video looks higher quality for some reason, but I could be high. I concur. Not sure whether Zach is concurring on being high or whether the video quality looks high. Maybe both. Oh, he concurs twice, so yeah, definitely both. I'm not sure. I look back on it and I think it does look a bit nicer, and I'm not sure why. The only thing I could think of was James decided to
James does
actually.
change the bitrate constantly. I should
Why?
record the hour. I don't know, man. I should record the hours that we sit like while James is getting set up. I mean, like bless him for always being the one to set it up and recording stuff, but also I don't think he could I don't think he could sit through and watch me set up the way that I watch him set up. So it's a lot. It takes like an hour every single time.
But surely you should just set something up once and then just use that every week, right? Because like I don't
I
change
mean,
it every
text him.
week.
Maybe he doesn't know that. No, I tell him constantly.
Because when me and Zach record, like Zach turns up, I press the record button and we go, right? Like I've got it configured. I've got the bitrate set. I've got the
Yeah. I
scenes are all
mean,
set up.
yeah.
I don't understand what he's not to.
It's because he's switching between accounts, but he should. I don't know. We're not gonna fix it. All right, Saints928. Hey dudes, your boy got that security job, but of course they gave me a stat vest, so this is gonna be interesting. So if you don't hear from me in the next 2 months, then you already know. Have we heard from Saints? I feel like I saw him on something.
There is an update in a later
Okay,
video,
good.
so we'll get an
Great.
update on Saints later in the episode. So stay tuned for that, folks.
Okay, so I did get that notification. I was like, was that the same comment, or is he cool? Is he all right?
He's there's well, I mean, I don't know. You'll have to stay tuned. Does he survive? Does he get
Okay.
stabbed? We'll have to find out later.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Simon
right.
DG says you finished that memory when you picked up the giant soul. There are 4 of these memories in the game, each one containing a giant soul. But the only one that is mandatory is the one behind the symbol of the king door, which Morgan would have found had he followed James's expert advice at 9 minutes and 55 seconds. After killing the boss in there, you can return to the throne of want to kill the final boss.
All right.
So
we need to do that.
Yeah, so you
no.
missed one. Yeah, James Souter says
they never picked it up. Why? At one point in the video, Morgus was about half an inch away from the prompt appearing on the screen. It's the one on the dead giant set slumped on the top of the very back set of stairs in the courtyard. The item... the one that we got trapped in a million times. The item you get will help you with the Vendrick fight when you eventually do that, but also DS2 press X or A for illusionary walls. And then everyone's realizing that we didn't.
Oh, so you nearly got away with it until James sort of pointed it out.
Yeah. Well, there was another area that we did go into the area that we were supposed to eventually, but then we couldn't figure out how to complete the memory, and then it keeps kicking you out. So We'll get it next time.
Oh, so that's why you keep
J16.
going into this memory of horror and then you get kicked out of it again, and that's why you were constantly. Is that
Yeah, because we know that we have to do something in there, but we just didn't know what it was.
okay?
Dark Genius, who's here with us now, I think. Where'd he go? Maybe
Yes.
not. The memories actually are mostly optional, so I believe that James hasn't seen them all. The only one you're required to go through is the Giant Lord memory behind the King's Door, the Darkest Dragon. But if you want to fight Drendrick, you need to collect the souls in the 3 memories, then beat the Ancient Dragon. Then you have 5 souls of the Giants, which will make Vendrick's fight manageable. I only said they were optional, and therefore James possibly had missed them before. Of course, we're still doing them now because, though also optional, they make Vendrick manageable. How much? I don't know what that actually do to Vendrick, but the Darkest Dragon, you're totally right. I more or less was just adding that the thought for the comment video. Then they made it when they read it. My bad, my good sir. The Darkest Genius. Oh wait, this is the Darkest Dragon and the Darkest Genius.
Yeah, I was going to say it's getting a bit
Conversing.
confusing. I'm not sure which the dark person we're speaking to, but
Valid point, considering how badly they misinterpreted one of my prior comments. It led to a completely pointless 20-minute detour a few episodes back. No hard feelings, James and Morgan. It's better to misunderstand than ignore us. It probably needed to be pointed out that while optional to complete the game at base, the memories are more or less required for what they want to get done. So yeah, we will get this. Oh, there he is. He's in the comments. I see him now.
he was quite excited to actually catch Dark Souls 2 this week. So, he
nice.
says Vendrick with no giant souls has something like a times 32 defense. So each
Holy.
giant soul you get halves it.
There you go. So that's what it's doing to Vendrick. You
So
collect the souls we can Vendrick through. Yeah. So
that
everyone knows
sounds
this
like
but
it's
me.
worth doing, even if it's not mandatory. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Are you gonna do Dark Souls 2 after you finish Dark Souls 1?
Maybe. If I survive Dark Souls 1, that's the question, right? Like, I mean,
Is it getting tough? I feel like you were doing so good. Well, we'll talk about it when we get there, I guess.
yes. But it is getting
Cool.
tough. It's getting very tough.
Are you to Ascend's Fortress yet? We'll talk about it when we get there. All right, goals. Fight Vendrick. Step 1, complete the 3 memories. To complete these, just find the soul of a giant each of the worlds. They are located on dead bodies and the stage, so we need to do that. Step 2, find the location of all the memories. Simple enough. In the Forest of Fallen Giants, we did that. Step 3, James killed the Ancient Dragon, which James is not going to be able to kill this dragon. Just pro tip, guys. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I know that there's a trick to doing it, but I refuse to tell him. Step 4, you are all set and ready to go. Do not use the soul of a giant. Just having them in your inventory is required. Perfect.
Oh.
Have you seen James fight this dragon? Does anyone
Yes.
believe that he's actually going to be able to kill the dragon?
I've seen him fight him fast forward, and I've seen him die a lot.
Yeah.
I was a bit confused when you actually switched up and just decided to let James just have free run at this infinitely, because I was looking at and I was like, oh, I just assumed he'd swap the controllers, and while I was editing it, so I changed it, and then I had to change it back, and I was like, I think I got it till was it 9 or 10 deaths before you gave up for the episode.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm gonna let him fight it all the way through. He has to kill it, and he's never killed it before.
is that the episode that's going to go out after this one? Have I just spoiled something? I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Bollocks.
I mean, everyone could have guessed that, I think.
Well, you've been talking about doing it either way, haven't you? About just giving James free run at this dragon boss. Anyway,
he's got to do it.
He's got, yeah, and I mean, will he ever defeat it? I don't know. I mean, maybe, because I find that when I first take on a boss in Dark Souls 1, like, I feel like it's impossible. But eventually it slowly clicks, and then when it does finally click, it's actually doable. You just need to, it just has to click, right? Whatever the technique is for that boss has to click, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of it. You have to go in and learn the move sets, and then, adjust your strategy until you figure out how to beat them.
Yeah, it's like me with the Belfry Gargoyles, I think. So like I probably took about 10 or 15 runs at that, died every time, didn't get anywhere with them. And then when it just clicked and I just stopped button mashing and panicking and just flailing around like a madman, I did it first go. I used one Estus flask. I killed the first dragon without even taking any damage. The first gargoyle, like it just when it clicks, I think. So I mean, It'll probably click with him. He's done it before. He must have done, right? Because he's completed the game before. So,
No, there is an optional boss.
so he's never, ever in the history of James Heaney playing Dark Souls ever defeated this boss.
Correct. Yeah. I
Ooh.
mean, maybe I'll let him do it for a couple videos, and then I'll tell him how to beat him.
Maybe just him taking on this boss can be a series in and of itself. You can just spin it off from the main series. Like you can do
Yeah,
Dark
maybe.
Souls 2 over here, and then we'll just have episodes of James versus the Ancient Dragon. Or something. I don't know.
How? I mean, he'll beat him eventually.
Maybe that could be his punishment, that he just has to like he can't sleep, he can't leave, he has to sit down and just constantly fight the boss until he beats it. And if that
Yeah.
means that he dies after 5 days from some kind of blood clot, then that's just that's just
Oh
the
my.
sacrifice he has to make. But anyway.
Ralph Murphy, this was a lot like one of those James episodes where you can't remember what to do and accomplishes nothing. I think I counted 3 times when Morgan was inches away from the prompt to pick up the item they came for. You have to look around and examine things, especially when you don't know what it is you are after. And please don't waste the time having James fight the dragon. Also, giants areas are optional. They will just make something else easier, the Vendrick fight. What is the consensus? We need to have James kill this dragon, right? This is going to be the only chance, I think, in the history of GameFront that he will be at this point in Dark Souls 2 again, unless like in 10 years we do it again.
Yeah, I mean I'd say so, because like if he didn't do it the first time around, back in the
Yeah,
good old days, and he hasn't done it and he doesn't do it now, then he's never going to do it, right? Unless,
probably,
like you
yeah.
say, you reboot Adventure Bits in 10 years' time and you decide to do Dark Souls 2.
We just keep flip-flopping.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2 remastered or something. Like, I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think you have to
It,
push him to do it. He's got to do it. Maybe this is one of those situations where we do need to get expert advice in to help him through it, maybe.
well, there's a trick, and I know how to do it. I just haven't told him, and I refuse to tell him because of the transgressions that he's had against me.
Okay, so you're kind of holding the power for him to actually defeat this boss, and you just refuse to.
Yeah.
Does he know
Because,
that you know there's a trick that you're holding out on, or is he oblivious to the fact
well,
that you know this trick?
here's the interesting thing. I've told him that I have a trick, but he doesn't listen to me, so he doesn't know that I have a trick. Even though I've just blatantly told him that there's a trick to killing him and I know how to do it.
To be fair,
So
you
that's
could
the
probably
kind
tell
of
him what the trick is, and he's not going to take it in anyway. So I mean,
and then he'll think that he invented it once he does it.
oh yeah, he'll do it like 3 episodes later and says, "Oh, I've got this great idea," and he'll just quote you verbatim from what you said 3 episodes ago, and just say, "Yep, that's my idea. I've come up with this great idea." Anyway,
Then I'll just punch through my screen.
Manjon Thunder says, "Awesome job finally making that jump. So close."
That was it. Yeah, I get him. That was a tough jump. And I think James made it first. El Scorcho, speaking of Pharaoh's Lockstones, James mysteriously decided not to use one near the beginning of the Ancient Dragon area under this first staircase. You've also yet to put on the ring you get there, which is one of the best rings in the game, so we'll have to do that. Morgan's controller had a mind of its own. I think the more likely story is that Joey Greer somehow wired in for a new surprise bit. I was having controller issues. I got a new cord, and it's been working well. I bought like a let's see, you can see it here. It's like a 10-foot long braided uh micro USB cord, so that's good. It's
Is
working now.
is the issue the controller, or was it Parsec?
It was the wire because I
Oh,
use a Xbox controller, but I plug it in. I don't hook up with the Bluetooth.
okay, fair
Yeah,
enough. Has
wired
Joey
everything.
rang in anytime recently? Because I know this dude pops up from time to time. Um,
No, he calls one of us every single day that we're recording because he knows when we're recording, so he tries
so
to get
he's
in.
doing, yeah. What was that one where he was going on about internet connections or something? Like you rang up to tell you that he'd finally got broadband, and then he rang
Yeah,
James to tell him
it
that he'd
was
finally got
this.
broadband.
Yeah,
And
trolling James. He did get really fast internet though. I think James has the slowest internet of all of us.
oh yeah, no, that was it. He phoned James to say that he couldn't share any of his new broadband, and then he rang you up to say, "Do you want some broadband? I've got tons of bandwidth free." It's quite funny actually. Where's Joey from? I don't actually know. Is he from Bear Supply or like where?
Yeah, he was one of the founding members of Bear Supply. originally from the Florida area.
Nice. And does he play video
Yeah.
games or does he just controlling
He
you?
does. He is a PlayStation guy. He played The Witcher. He liked that oh, what's the one where you're the Viking with the boy?
The Viking with the boy.
Yeah, it's like all mythology based, and you're like a big
Valheim?
Viking dude. No,
Valhalla?
no, and the last iteration of it, you had like a child with you.
God of War 4,
God of War 4. Yeah,
according
that's
to the
it.
Dark
So he likes
Genius. Okay.
yeah, so he likes story based uh single player PlayStation games, and then that Witcher card game that the spin off. He loves that too. But
Maybe you
he
should
doesn't
get
play
maybe you
online.
should get him on one day. Like I think people want to see more
We had Joey on a video, and he was playing a character, and he did it so well that
people thought he was actually
people
good.
actually hated him. Yeah, they thought he was a huge douche and didn't.
Well, that's how
Yeah,
you. As long as you get a reaction, whether it's good or bad, you know you've done the job, right? That's what
people
they
were
say.
like, "Never bring this guy on again. We hate him." Like honestly, it was funny. Isaac Sims, that last lockstone that sends the trap at you does in fact open a hidden door, if I remember rightly, to one of the best heavy armor sets in the game. We need that. Press X along the wall beside where you put in the lockstone, and it opens a secret door to a couple of chests. We did that though. We were clicking around. We'll try it again. Breon Folk, who's here with us, Morgan is incorrect. Let's just skip this one. Now, only one of the three Giants memories are required, and that's the one with the Giant Lord. We got that info. This particular memory is, in fact, optional, so James very well may have never seen it, or he may have just forgot, which is highly likely. I really don't recall this playthrough well enough myself.
Gears of
Gears of
Games
Games.
says, "No, you
Go
go.
for it.
Oh,
No,
okay,
you go.
I'll go.
No, yeah.
Okay. I think you need to examine the dead giant in the courtyard where you kept falling down and dying, if I remember correctly. Dot 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 dot
Okay, I'll do it.
dot.
Brad Hahn, having time sections is such a stupid mechanic, especially since you can just go right back into them again. One of them is heavy on dialogue too, and you barely even have enough time to finish the conversation. An absolutely baffling design decision. I agree. It's very weird. They kick you out and then you just jump right back in.
You know what was
Uh,
frustrating? Oh, what I think's frustrating. It throws you into a loading screen on the way in and on the way out, right?
yeah.
So
Yep. Absolutely.
that's kind of dumb. But yeah, if it
Yeah.
didn't have the loading screen, you'd tolerate it better. I found that in games, like games that just do that, like they throw you into a loading screen for a 10-second thing and then throw you back out into another loading screen. It's like, the doy, could you not have just loaded that in with the other stuff? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a technical reason for it, but it's just not a good experience. Anyway, sorry, I'm ranting again. Free Live says, just so you know, you got an item from the Herald earlier when you were in the Dragon area that serves as an unlimited homeward bone. Brackets. The aged feather brackets. Full stop.
We need that. It's like the little thing you get in Dark Souls 3. Ulusal's botnet. Why wouldn't James just fight the giant in the room instead of hopping around it with his pants caught on fire trying to open the chest? Anyway, don't skimp on the uploads, Danny. I know you're sitting on a treasure trove. Is that true?
Bollocks. You know full well James is away in Chicago, and therefore there's only 2 of these episodes, and I've got one left to release this week. So,
So
no,
you've been hiding that one from us?
I refuse to admit, I refuse to say that there's one left to be released, which is going out this week because you're not recording this week because James isn't here, right?
Yeah, we cannot record this week, but Biomutants comes out tomorrow. I could do a video of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying we can't do other things, but what I'm saying is I reject the implication that I am sitting on some random stash of Dark Souls 2 videos that I'm
But
simply
4 days
refusing
ago,
to...
were you?
No, because this video's out and there's one more, which is for this week.
All right.
I
All right.
Okay, there's no other comments on that.
All right.
So we got through that pretty quickly. Maybe there just wasn't a lot of comments on Dark Souls 2 this week.
We skipped a couple of comments, but it's okay.
Did we? Oh, no, let's not skip comments. What did we skip?
There were replies to comments.
Just talking about the thing.
I think below that,
the giant
this
soul
one.
stuff.
Yeah, J1618. Whoa! Don't mention killing the final boss without reminding them that they need to kill Vendrick first.
Yeah,
we got that. Don't know they kill Vendrick. Unlock that ending. Good call.
We've gone over that. Okay.
All right, just want to make sure.
Cool.
I knew that there was comments. Didn't know what they were.
Here's my favorite, because I have to watch these because I'm doing jump cuts between your cameras. I actually have to pay attention to this one, and actually I've been really enjoying it. I'm quite excited for comments on Resi 5.
Are you just coming to the realization that these playthroughs are fun to watch?
I never said they weren't. I actually used to watch them all. It's just because I don't have enough time anymore. That's all it is. I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
That's all.
Once you start like editing them and stuff, it becomes, you're like, I'm dedicated.
Like I've got my day job, I've got the website to run, then I've got to do editing, and then we've got to do these things. We've got the live streams going on. We've got there's not enough time in the day for me to sit down and have any time to myself. So to just sit down and watch the stuff we make. Like if I'm going to sit down and watch something, it's going to be not GameFront related. It's going to be something on Netflix. Like, I'm sorry, it's just the reality.
That's fair.
But do
you guys have HBO Max there?
Nope, don't think we do.
Oh. Okay, Zach is a real boy. First, Gamefront. Worst. Got him.
Got him. Dark Page. 18 minutes and 43 seconds. Sheesh.
Oh, let's see
what that was about.
Yeah.
Can I?
Oh, this is me.
That's the wrong.
What the heck?
That's the one thing. There you can see the podcast Zach has been watching there.
Oh, here's the ad to this.
Oh, is this an ad?
This is the wrong video.
This is the real complete. Now we're just streaming Taskmaster. That's going to get us copyright striked. Apologies there, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this me just icing people?
Yeah, this is the bit where you're on the bridge. James has just marched forward without nary a care in the world. And he's only surviving because you're just popping people off from a distance and he's just like doing crazy punches and stuff. I mean, yeah, I remember that bit.
Yeah, this game.
That's classic James. He probably thinks he's so cool. He probably doesn't even know that I was doing it.
He probably felt like he was 99% responsible for that, whereas you were just literally popping headshots off from the other side of the bridge, and he was literally just this, like, right up to their faces, just doing this punch on them, and yeah, crazy. The number of times James has nearly got you into trouble is crazy. Yeah. I thought it was hilarious that one time in the first episode where you were like, James, will you please help me knife this person? Because you're just stood there slashing at the zombie or whatever, and James is just stood there staring and watching, and you're like, James, can you help me please? And James is like, I am helping, and you're just watching, and like, he's literally just stood there staring at you. I think what it was, I think he was just too paranoid to slice because he was paranoid about
cutting me.
Friendly fire. But like, he just, I think he's like, I am helping you by not helping, I think is what he was trying to say. But,
oh my. J1618 expletive. Oh no, James probably cussed in this one. I would never do it. John, Vigo, Gronbeck, James, Thick James, Heaney.
Oh yeah.
James is a thick boy.
This was the conversation about Thick Jill Valentine, wasn't it? That's why.
Oh yeah. Where did I see that? It's worth a look. It exists. They are going to go back for Resident Evil 3. Yeah, we will eventually. 555. God damn, Morgan. What did I do? Oh no, this is probably where I'm talking about Thick Jill Valentine.
Oh.
Oh, look out above. Look out above.
Maybe I iced this. Oh, I bopped this guy.
I got you, baby.
I really love that little pistol.
Pistols are great if you can get headshots. I found that in Village. Like, as long as I could hit the headshot.
Yeah. I definitely, yeah.
It's the one you can get the most ammo for it, etc. Yeah, I mean, if you're good with a pistol, there's nothing wrong with a pistol.
Oh, I paused the
Wait, what is James doing?
So this was the bit, 45 minutes later, where James is trying to panic reload, and he's just hitting the pause button and stuff.
Oh no!
So, yeah.
I'm glad that I can't see what he's doing most of the time.
Yeah. Do you ever watch it back so you can see it from his perspective? Have you ever?
No, because it would drive me insane.
I think it would trigger you. Yeah.
Yeah.
the Natty Pies Horror Show, which is a fantastic name for a YouTube channel. And I don't know if I've seen that account post before, but I approve of the Natty Pies Horror Show. Will you guys be doing Resident Evil 3 as well? I think we've just answered that. Yes, eventually.
Yeah.
No doubt. Jays1618 says Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 7 also do not have a dedicated jump button, nor do they let you kick, punch, stomp at all. I wonder, is James adamant that those games also have bad gameplay mechanics? See, Resident Evil 8, for the record, doesn't have a dedicated jump either. It's on purpose, right? Because it's like a horror. It's to build stress and tension and all that kind of stuff. That's why in Resident Evil games, you move a bit slower than a typical first-person shooter or third-person shooter. Your aim is a little bit slower. Like, it's purposely made slightly sluggish to give you that anxiety. So when like zombies are marching towards you, you have that anxiety factor, right? It's on purpose.
Yeah, it definitely is not but it's also like kind of frustrating when you play other shooters, whether they're third or first, and you have full control, and then you get to that, and it like kind of it feels like you're like wearing a lead suit or something, and it's like slowing you down.
You could argue that it's artificial difficulty. You could argue that's what it is, but then I think it's justified in the context of the horror game setting, because it's a bit like watching a horror movie. Like, horror movies will use all kinds of techniques to build up the tension and the horror of things, like the way they'll do music building up and the way they'll like lights will go out, and so it's just another technique to build anxiety and tension, I guess. So I kind of forgive it for that, but it is artificial difficulty. So I mean, I guess James is right, but if it was just a regular first-person shooter, it wouldn't have that horror vibe about it. It'd just be it'd just be Left 4 Dead again or something, right? Anyway.
Definitely. What I do. This is my highlight reel right now. 1336. Morgan, that was filthy.
Let's have a quick look.
Probably more headshots.
Oh, I remember this. You were popping off some crazy headshots through that narrow gap, and then finish him off with a roundhouse, and then the impale. Nice.
In the back of the head. That's how I do. And James just standing behind me.
Yeah, James just watching on.
Like a child in tow, hiding under my skirt.
That's how you do it. Simon DG says you can play as Jill Valentine in The Mercenaries. It's a bonus game that you unlock after beating the campaign. Also, both DLC campaigns, apparently. Are you going to do the DLC?
I would hope so. I don't see why we wouldn't. In the chat, they're calling for two things: classic Resident Evil playthrough, and then a classic Resident Evil 2 playthrough. And I'm assuming that by classic they mean playing as the dudes.
I think they mean the original PlayStation version, PS1 version of Resident Evil 2.
The dudes.
I would love to do Resident Evil 1 again, the original, very first one on PlayStation. And I wonder whether that would be a good game to kick off our retro Throwback Thursdays or whatever we end up doing, because I really want to play that again. I just want to, because now I'm getting into the more modern ones. It's been a long time since I've played it, and I know the voice acting's terrible, but that's the source of comedy. But it'd be interesting to see just how much like Resident Evil, or just to see the comparison between what we're playing now and how it was back in 1993 or whatever it was. So I'd be well down for doing the original Resident Evil.
PS1 versions, yep. Yeah. I mean, we do need to play through them as the dude, so that might be a good way to do that. So it's not the same again.
I mean, Resident Evil 2 would be interesting again for the same reasons, because you've got direct comparison as well. Then, like you can see, oh yeah, I remember this from the remake, or this is different from the remake, and you've got something to talk about. So I think it'd be.
You think we play them side by side?
No, but what I'm saying is you've already played 2.
Yeah.
So if you play through it again, the original version, I'm assuming you've got some form of memory and you can remember what you did.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, okay. Maybe not.
You're asking a lot. Steve the Ghost, that thick Jill Valentine conversation. Abraham Ngurumo, you guys should do a Mortal Kombat 11 tutorial. I want tutorials back on the channel. I know that they're boring. but if you look at the numbers, they're our most popular videos.
Oh, people love them. Look,
Yeah.
there's so much demand that they're actually leaving the old. So this guy's probably caught an old Mitch Mortal Kombat 10 video or something. Decided he wanted more, and then he's actually seeked out our latest video to tell us to make more. That's how popular these guides from 2012 are. I mean,
we should be doing it. Maybe that's what I should be spending my time doing. I've never played Mortal Kombat, but you essentially, and I don't want to like show how the sausage is made too much, but you look up how to do all of the things, and then you just make a short video explaining it.
I mean, that's not quite the right way to be doing it, but yeah, you could do it that way.
I mean, what's the right way?
Well, I mean, back in the day, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I guess that's a question for Mitch or something, right? But I'm sure.
You think Mitch was figuring out all of those finishers?
Maybe not every single one or every single thing.
They're like 20 combination finishers, and
but
I mean, they had to be looking them up, right?
Yeah, maybe, but someone's got to do the original figuring it out.
Yeah,
I think it depends how quickly you want to do it. Like if you want to be one of the first people to get that content up, so like game releases on Thursday and you want your guide out on Friday, you've got to figure it out for yourself. Like you can't really rely on because you're waiting for somebody else to get that content out, and then you basically copying that content. So I mean, yes, but I mean, like I'm pretty sure, like to be timely, they were doing a lot of the legwork themselves, honestly. And I think he still does at IGN. I'm sure he does.
Oh, wow.
But this is what I'm saying. There's so much work that goes into it. Even if you are just getting what to do from somewhere else, actually getting the footage and do it, you've got to do it yourself. So sometimes, like just to record like a 5-minute guide video on how to get some obscure crystal from 2 hours into the game, you've got to get yourself 2 hours into the game just to then be able to be in a position to record the footage that you need to then do the guide that you're trying to do. Like it's time consuming. That's the problem. And you get a 5-minute video at the end of it. And yes, it'll get a boatload of views, but it's a lot of work. And it looks...
Some of my most viewed videos on the channel that shall not be named, Adventure Bits, were tutorial videos for I think it was Creativerse, or was this Minecraft ripoff that I was playing. And they were definitely my most popular videos.
Oh, anything that's a guide or showing someone how to do something, it's automatically going to do a trillion times better. My old YouTube channel that people have now started to discover for some reason. Whenever I
wait.
Yes.
You get to keep your old YouTube channel?
I don't upload to it. I haven't uploaded to it for years, but it's still there.
Wow. It just feels a little...
No, it's in the same thing. I shut that down to do GameFront. Thank you very much.
And so then you turn that trauma around onto me and made me shut down my
channel. I didn't make you do anything. It was your idea. I did not make you do... I was promoting your channel.
Hey, the story that I'm trying to tell paints you as the person who forced us to shut it down. And
why do you insist on villainizing me in this way?
Well, because it makes me look like the underdog. First of all, that's cool. That's it.
Right. Okay. So yeah. Before I forced Morgan to shut the Adventure Bits down, no. But anytime I used to make a video that was showing somebody how to do something or a guide to something, it was more hardware stuff that I used to do. But like how to change a PSU in a computer or something, the views would be like astronomical. Like I'm sure one of them had like 500,000 views or something crazy like that. It's insane. Wow! It was crazy. Some of those videos have got huge numbers of views. But yeah. It is what it is.
I just think that we need to pepper it in because like I don't think like we're gonna grow the channel with like long form the content that we've been making that we enjoy making, that like our base core fans enjoy, which is long form playthroughs of decades old games. That's not really like a recipe for growing the channel, because we can still cater to our base by doing this, because we're not going to stop doing playthroughs, but I think we should also be expanding out.
No, I mean, it's the tickly talk generation, like we said, right? It's all...
Oh my god.
This is what it is. No attention span for this stuff. Because I used to love watching... do you know what it is? It's because I've got older as well, because I used to love watching, like Nerd Cubed and stuff, like big, long 1 hour videos, let's plays, and things. But it's like why the same reason I don't watch our own stuff is because I just don't have the time anymore. As an adult, as I've grown older,
Yeah.
I've got
Well, I
less
mean,
time in the day for watching an hour-long video. I'd rather watch a 10-minute video because I can get that done and out the way, and then I can move on to something else and get some work done, right? That's just the reality of how it is, I guess. But
yeah.
sorry, go on.
I mean, we're going on a tangent. The only problem with gaming news, Crispy AI, and Danny tells me this every time I bring it up, is that it's such a like it has such a short shelf life. Like as soon as you put it up, it's almost too old, and then it goes away. Like people won't be returning back to it. That's why the tutorial stuff is so good. Anyone that buys a copy of Mortal Kombat 10 and then is like, oh, how do I do this finisher, and goes onto YouTube to find the video, is going to do that for as long as that game exists.
Yeah, let me put it this way. We did hot off the press start for a year, and a bit, and hot off the press start was a shit ton of work to write. It was a shit ton of work to edit. It was about 5 or 6 minutes long. It got half the number of views that our usual videos got, and probably
which is not a lot in the first place.
Which is not, yeah. So it was like we're talking like 100 views instead of 200-300 or whatever. So I don't press upload on it, and by the time the upload had finished, it was already out of date because news just doesn't last that long. It's got no shelf life.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, I made a video for Red Dead Redemption 2 not long after it came out on PlayStation 4, recording how to find gold bars and level up a load of money and stuff. And that video's got something ridiculous like 45,000 views or something like that on this channel. It's insane. Like it's got and that took me 5 minutes to record or whatever, maybe a bit longer. Yeah. Uploaded it from the PlayStation dashboard. It's got no effort on it. But that one, so like I think stuff like that's going to be better than news. News just hasn't got the shelf life. I mean,
it would be different if that was our main thing, is that we did gaming news video content and we uploaded 5 times a day with everything that was coming off the presses, and that's what people knew to come to us for. But it's not really what the channel has ever been about.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. The best cadence we could do was once a week, and
yeah,
so half the news was out of date.
Not enough.
We couldn't turn half the press start around in a day. Just too much work. So
yeah, all right, bye, the Darkest Genius. See ya. We're not leaving, just the Darkest Genius is.
Yeah,
Pill. I love how huge murder dogs is still not reason enough for James to use shotgun, or him clearly waiting for Morgan to spend a bullet to get rid of the trap so he doesn't have to. Also, considering James's complaints at the end of this video, he will love Resident Evil 6.
We skipped these two.
Oh, I love this. Oh, I thought that's where we stopped.
No,
Harkerman Design, who's here with us. I have zero interest in Resident Evil, but I am loving this. Nice. Dark Page 1824. Morgan is thrashing. Really hope to see some James highlights soon. Don't hold your breath.
Just curious to see what he means. Oh, nice.
You got all of them.
You took 3 of them down with one roundhouse and then
guy.
random explosion.
James just stomps on my trash.
We've done the murder dogs. Simon DG, stop whining, James. No Resident Evil ever has given you a jump button. That's true. TJ Slusher says, lol.
New TikTok follower, TJ Slusher. What's up, my dude?
You can read it then.
No, go for it. I just wanted to give him a shout out.
TikTok. Lol, great video, guys. Minus James hating on this poor old game. Lamau, make sure to smash those piles of melons.
Ooh, I didn't know about that. Steve T, loving this. Hope you guys play through the whole game. Yeah, we'll do that. It would be sad if we just stopped.
I think before you joined us, we were pretty bad at getting through games and finish them to the end. Since you've joined, so we started Sekiro. James never finished that. James started Five Nights at Freddy's VR. He never finished that.
Holy moly!
I think he did finish some game about some painting or something. I forget. there was basically James would start series, and he's still doing it, right? Because he's not finished Cyberpunk, he's not finished Watch Dogs Legion. I mean, he's still,
Yeah.
but at least when you're with him, like he's got no choice; he has to see it through to the end. So
when we started the Resident Evil run, well, first I'm like a black hole of shame. I will like if we say that we're going to do something to the audience and we don't do it, like I will shame whoever says that they're going to do something and then they're not going to do it, because that's like the greatest sin you can commit as a YouTuber, right? And when we started Resident Evil, I told James that I wasn't going to have the bandwidth to edit it, and that if we started it, we had to see it all the way through. Those were my two criteria. And so that's why we've been on such a strong run. And since I made James make that promise to me, I will hold him to it. So we will see it all the way through.
Oh yeah, I mean, the series that you guys do together will get done because you've not failed on that yet.
Yeah.
But if it's James playing it on its own, then it's
I can't hold him to that. There's nothing I can do. Oh,
Yeah,
James didn't finish Skyrim either, but that game's only like 10 minutes long. Super easy.
See, that's even before we read. Like, this isn't a new thing. Like, James wasn't completing
Yeah.
games even when he was getting paid to do this.
Oh,
man. He still was just ditching them halfway through. So, I mean, I'm sure Defy were getting their money's worth. But, I mean, Half-Life Alyx, he hasn't finished that. He did finish Doom Eternal, so I'll give him credit for, we had to give him a few kicks up the arse, but he did finish Doom Eternal. And he was proud of himself when he did, so I'm sure he was glad he did it. That was it. Layers of Fear, that's another one he did finish. But yeah, generally speaking, if it's just James on his own, it's not getting done. But that's
which is
fine.
tough. It's tough to find the motivation when you don't have somebody else like holding you accountable.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Anywho.
Ooh, Dark Souls 3. Do I lose my mind on this one, or was that the last one? That was the last one.
I think there was a lot of positivity around this particular Dark Souls 3, which came as a surprise to me because it's been quite a negative vibe for the last few weeks on DS3.
I've had some dark energy around Dark Souls 3. I've had a lot of negative thoughts, and I've been letting them get the better of me. But every time I think that I'm gonna pull out of it, James just drags me back down into that pit. Backseat Gaming Studios, Faith, Dark Page, top 3 Jim Carrey movies. Ooh, Danny, you want to go first?
Yeah, so I would probably say, top 3 Jim Carrey movies. Bruce Almighty is a good one. I quite
Holy
like that.
moly! Okay, this is gonna be a weird list.
I think The Mask I quite like. Third one probably Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I think probably another one of my favorites. But
yeah, Ace Ventura 1, Ace Ventura 2, Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber's good.
Yeah.
Probably if I had to pick of the Ace Venturas, I'd pick the first one.
The second one has him being birthed out of that rhinoceros, which is, I think, one of the most genius scenes in all of filmmaking.
The thing is, though, there's not that many bad Jim Carrey movies, to be honest. I've never watched.
I mean, you named a few.
Yeah,
Bruce Almighty, Liar Liar.
I like those films. What's wrong with those films?
Oh, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That should have been on my list. Oh no. Yeah, Brian got it. Truman Show. I don't know. Ace Ventura 1, Eternal Sunshine, and Dumb and Dumber.
So are you saying that people don't like Ace Ventura and The Mask? Am I actually picking?
No. Ace Ventura is good. The Mask is good. Bruce Almighty is not that good.
Quite liked it. It was a. Do you know what? I watched a Jim Carrey film the other day, and it was based on what was it called? It was based on the whole Enron thing that went down, and
yeah. Wait, Jim Carrey's in that?
Yeah, it was like a remake of something from the 60s as well. I forget the name of it. It was that good. I don't even remember the name of the film.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, Fun with Dick and Jane. It was called. It was on Netflix, and I
Oh.
just put that on. And that's probably the
Yeah.
first time I've watched a Jim Carrey film and thought this is trash. Like it was still kind of funny,
Yeah.
but like it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
Is
Great.
that the one where he has like the very tight crop top?
Does he?
Or
Yeah.
like haircut, like a military
Yes.
flat top?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is, yeah,
that is
yeah.
not good.
Yeah. That was a pretty bad film. That being said, it
Yeah.
did then inspire me to sort of watch a documentary about the whole Enron thing, which is an interesting topic. If you like being
Yeah.
oppressed, but I mean,
If you love to hate society. Yeah, Bruce Almighty, I don't know anything about. Liar Liar was okay. And Brian makes the point that even his bad ones are still watchable, which I agree with.
right. I'm not saying Bruce Almighty is a perfect film, but what I am saying is, like, if you were going to cast anybody as God, could you be any more inspired than Morgan Freeman? Is all I'm saying. Like, is there
Yeah, that
anybody?
makes-
Is there
makes
anybody
sense.
more perfect to play the part of God than Morgan Freeman, a black
What
actor?
is slow
Like,
talking?
It's like he's perfect for that role.
Yeah.
And I just love the idea that actually God is a black man, because that's just that's how it should be, right? Like it's just.
I mean, it makes the most sense.
I mean,
historically.
I don't know. I just think that was just I just like it. I mean,
Steve942, thanks for the TikTok follow, my fellow
oh
talkers.
fuck off! Not this again. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Yeah. People are surprised that I didn't pick the Sonic movie for top 3 Jim Carrey movies, but I guess that'd be cheating.
It wasn't
to pick
an
the Sonic
excellent movie. It was not a good movie, right?
It was a good movie. You don't like the Sonic? Fuck off! What's wrong with the Sonic movie? Come on, tell me straight.
No, I've never seen it. I just didn't.
Oh.
I didn't hear like
It's good.
like acclaim about it.
It's good.
You know what's a good video game movie is the Pikachu
No.
detective
Fuck,
movie.
No. You're making me say
Wait,
the F word
what?
nearly for the third time in a minute there. You trigger.
It's
What's wrong?
good. That's
Detective
good. That's a good
Pikachu.
movie.
Detective
Yeah.
Pikachu. You recommended me Detective. So we're gonna shit all over Bruce Almighty, but Detective Pikachu, that's in. What?
Yeah, they did a really good job with like having the Pokemons in the real world without it being like super awkward.
They did a good
seemed
job
legit.
of having the Pokemons in the real world.
Yeah, I thought it was good for a live action. You don't like Detective Pikachu? You don't like cute stuff, or you don't like Ryan Reynolds, or you hate Deadpool? Just say you hate Deadpool.
I love Deadpool.
Okay, then you
I
love
love
Detective
Deadpool.
Pikachu.
You're comparing Detective Pikachu to Deadpool.
Yeah, same movies essentially.
Okay.
Because Ryan Reynolds is always playing himself.
Dangerous87 says something's out of sync. Either James's commentary or Morgan and both webcams. James's audio is out of sync. You can see his mouth move a second after you hear his voice.
Oh,
El Scorchio.
shnikey.
I thought so too at first, but at the end, Morgan is still talking when it goes to the outro. So maybe his audio and both cams are delayed. Either way, confession time on Monday. Good news, I didn't edit this one. Who edited this one?
You did.
No, I don't
Or
edit
you
Dark
edited
Souls 3.
the next one?
I don't edit any Dark Souls 3.
Oh, this is James.
So it was you.
No, James did it.
Uh-huh. What do you edit, Morgan?
I'm not editing anything right now, and I keep offering to edit stuff, and everyone's like, no, I got it. I'm like, okay. Every time I've offered to edit for you or James, you're like, no, I got it.
You know,
All right,
it's
all right.
funny because for whatever reason I've done it before myself, where you get everything synced up and lined up correctly. You get it into Premiere and you start editing stuff, and you're editing, and then you notice when you're halfway through the edit that for whatever reason James is suddenly out of sync, or you're suddenly out of sync, and I have
What if
no
we're
idea.
recording at a different like audio hertz?
No, it's not that. It's just purely that for whatever reason something that I've done somewhere has put it out of sync, and then I just put it back in sync, and then I have to.
You don't
redo
lock
it.
the audio once you line it up?
So what I do is I link the audio and the video together so that they can't be
Yeah.
shifted out of sync. But
Right.
for whatever reason, like for all the best will in the world, like for whatever reason, it's an easy mistake to make somehow, and I don't know how it happens. But you can just find yourself in a situation where the audio's out of sync, and I don't know how
You
that happens.
bumped it in some way.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
you've accidentally clicked a button you shouldn't have done. You've cut somewhere you shouldn't. You've tried to do a jump cut and it's gone awry. I don't know why it happens, but it happens.
Yeah.
And it's
I
happened
think
to me.
that
I've done a Dark Souls 2 where it's gone up and it's been out of sync. But
I think the voice audio is like just a little bit off of the speed of the video game recording, whatever the timeline that's on. And so over time, it also becomes like, even if it's only like a fraction of a second or like, a fraction of a second at the beginning, by the end of it, it's like a full fraction of a second in it. And there's no way to fix it.
yeah, so the game is recorded at 60 frames a second. Cameras record at normally 25 or 30. So
I think I'm doing mine at 30.
30. So it
No, I should be
um,
at 60. Or maybe I'm at 29.7.
Depends if your camera can do 60. Not a lot. Like mine only goes up to 30. So this webcam, so this stream is in 60. The background's in 60, but this camera's in 30. So yeah, after a long period of time, it will drift slightly.
Yeah.
It's normally not that bad. Like this is clearly a mistake. So it's
So blame James.
So blame James. But like yeah.
Hashtag blame James. If you guys like go on TikTok and make a hashtag blame James, I'm not gonna tell you not to do that, but it might be kind of funny. Dark Page. Troy is a top 5 Orlando Bloom movie. Have you seen Troy?
No.
Oh, you should watch Troy. Do you like war movies?
Not really. No. If I have to watch a movie, it's either going to be a comedy or something like I like documentaries, or I like not necessarily what they call them, biopics. So like.
Oh man. Okay. Well, this is a real snooze fest.
Kind of
You got to watch Troy.
No, it's a real snooze fest. He's such a boomer. He's just sitting there watching his documentaries about Queen and Alan Turing. Or what was the other
biopics?
I like biopics.
Yeah, I don't. I guess. Like I've never watched the Facebook movie, or because like in real life I don't like those people, so I don't really like.
I've not seen the Facebook movie. Yeah, I don't know. I just tried like people that I actually like. So
yeah.
The ones that the Queen movie was fantastic. I loved that. That's the most recent one I saw in the cinema before COVID.
You liked The Monarchy?
No, Queen as in the band Queen.
Oh, okay,
Brian May and Freddie Mercury and all that. Not the Queen.
Well, when you hear a British person say the Queen,
I didn't say the Queen. I said Queen.
Or Queen.
Oh yeah,
sometimes
but I said the Queen movie, but I meant the Queen movie, not the Queen's movie. But that's I can see the confusion. I see the confusion there. So I mean, just I don't know. There's an Elton John one that I've been watching that's on Netflix. I like that one. Just stuff like that. I just quite like biopics.
Yeah, I know that it's like musicals. I know that they're good. I know that they're popular. I know why people like them. It's just not for me. I'll get a real nap in if I watch too much of that stuff. I need Fast and the Furious. I've
been so tempted to watch the Fast and Furious films. I've never seen them, but like I don't know.
You've never seen any of them? Oh man,
they're not usually the kind of thing I'd watch. But the thing is, Zach is going on about this Hobbs and whatever stuff so often.
Hobbs and Shaw, which I heard is not good.
Okay, but I think he's going on about The Rock and whoever I'm supposed to be now, Jason Statham, so often that I have to watch these films just so I can understand Zach for half of the recordings that we do, because he's constantly going on about Jason Statham and stuff. Like
he knows too much about movies.
He's got an encyclopedic knowledge. We're like, do you know what? You couldn't find two people more opposite than me and Zach, really. I don't understand why we get on so well. If we do at all, I don't know. But
here's an idea, and I don't mean to commodify every part of your life, but what if you did a review? You watch all of the Fast and Furious movies, and you do an honest review of each of them as like a nerd culture review of the movies, because you've never seen them. That's pretty rare. And you've never seen any of them.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me these on TikTok or?
I mean, that would be great. Yeah, if you give me like 8 1-minute videos in a review, and I'll just like drop one a day.
I'll think about it.
But no, I was thinking on YouTube, like just like a 5-minute thing. You can grab a couple shots that you thought were crazy, or like you didn't understand, or were like, this is a bad movie, or whatever your honest opinion is.
I think there's a wealth of material because there's so many films I've never seen. Like, it's crazy. Like,
I mean, the
popular.
Fast and the Furious, you have to watch it.
Okay.
I've rewatched them recently with my housemates. We watched up to 7, and then we're gonna watch Hobbs and Shaw and the rest of them coming up.
Anyway, Anthony
Leota,
Liotta?
Ray Liotta's son.
Ah, James.
Yeah,
I wish you were just a bit more aggressive in these fights.
please
I think
preach.
you could have beaten this boss much earlier if you didn't spend half the fight backing away instead of just sending fireballs at the wolf. Pretty sure it only took 5 fireballs to down him, but overall, great video. Progress is progress.
That's true. Simon DG, exactly. With big bosses like this, the place to be is right in their face or better under them. Distance is your biggest enemy. It just puts you in the path of their charging attacks, which we mitigated by not putting them in front, but by using the pillars. Nick Hanley, okay, for an expert Pyro playthrough, I am very surprised that you didn't kill the Pyro Invader and get this Pyromancy before killing Grave Tender. Now you still have to make your way through the town and open the shortcuts and move the statue so you can find out Friend Freed. Yeah, we're going to do that next. And one last thing, put back on the fire clutch ring so you can kill things faster. James, you need to learn to attack. You run away constantly and chug Estus in your opponent's face. True. Which only gets you killed. Stop healing at less than 20% health loss. Aside from all that, you're doing okay. Not good, but okay. That's high praise from Nick Hanley.
I love the way that whenever we read one of Nick Hanley's comments that you say Nick Hanley in a very enthusiastic way. It's not Nick Hanley, it's Nick Hanley. It's almost
He's got a lot of
weird.
energy. He's a big energy guy. If you,
It's almost like you're introducing him to the stage or something. It's Nick Hanley.
I've played games with him online before. He's got a lot of energy. More than I do. I'm too tired. Simon DG, a treasure troll ahead. A treasure troll head. Did you already forget your time with the Nameless King?
See,
I don't know what this is in reference to.
The Nameless King was a while ago. Because I remember the thumbnail. Yeah. Not that I watched it, but that was a good 30 episodes ago or something, right? I mean...
No, I remember the Nameless King. But I don't... treasure troll head. I don't know what it's about. The Darkest Dragon. If you need a talesman that can cast both Faith and Pyros, look up the white-haired talisman. Wrote that
I was going to say, what's
months back in the lava. Smoldering like bonfire. We'll need lots of fire resistance and King of Depeche. Into the caves, you will see lava at a few different spots have tons of S's to chug. I don't think he's going to do that. And he doesn't need that. He honestly doesn't need it. He needs to just focus on Pyro the way that he promised that he would, and just move on. He's fine. Zachary Bell, this didn't show up in my sub box. Good S word, boys. Hawkeye 1000, it showed up on mine. All you can do is hit the bell and hope for the best and check the channel every week. YouTube is too big now for it to work perfect, is my guess. Too big, so it has to fail? That's an interesting concept.
Goddamn YouTube. Pro tip, though, if you hang out in the Discord servers, whichever one you want, the GameFront one, the other one, it doesn't matter which, but you'll get notifications in there. So it posts notifications automatically into the announcements channels. So if you're having trouble with YouTube's bell icon and things, then just get yourself
get popped in there.
Yeah,
is there a way you can put an @ everyone on each of those, so every time a video uploads, it just @ everybody?
Not without pissing everybody off.
No, they'll love it. They're huge fans. Simon DG says I was referencing when you told James to buy his headpiece. He didn't want to buy it because it looked like a treasure troll. Oh, the troll doll. Yeah, I don't know why you called them treasure trolls. Sorry.
Manjon Thunder, nice win! Exclamation mark! Great backstabs. Major League Gaming, she's neat. The next boss is a real biatch. Trying not to swear because I might offend you.
2 landmines in there. Yeah, James actually really got good at doing backstabs, which was my strategy that I told him to do. But he was doing well, so good on him. Neolight, if James manages to beat the next DLC boss in under 5 videos, I'll be very impressed. Good luck, my boy. You're going to need it for the next boss. Yeah, James isn't here, so we can talk openly. There's no way that he's going to beat Freed. And I can't wait for him to hit the second phase. And then the third phase.
I quite enjoy that these live streams for the last few weeks have just been let's just throw James under the bus while he's not here. Best. I think it's been cathartic for us both, frankly. I think we've gotten a lot of issues off our chest. We feel better about it. We can move
Well,
on.
this is all stuff that I've said to his face. I have no fear. But it's also like I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, big news. This is Saints 928's update on the job.
Oh, nice.
So here we go. So he watched this video while he was on the new security job. The only issue that he ran into was a bald guy with a guitar effing with the front door. Now, I'm not saying that it was me necessarily, but it could have been.
Yeah.
But the good news is he didn't get stabbed, so it's a 10 out of 10 so far. They probably think the guard is insane, though, because he was cackling at the wolf attacking James.
That's very good news. We need to make sure that we're checking in ever so often. Maybe weekly updates would be nice. We can know if Saints is all right, and then maybe he can email somebody his number so that if he doesn't answer, we can like text him and be like, "Are you good?"
Yeah, so we can. Yeah, I'm concerned obviously for Saints' safety, and I hope it's all going well. The other thing that I do have a concern though, like in those heist movies, when they just cut a hole in the roof and lower down on a rappel or whatever and steal the jewels or whatever. I don't know what Saints is guarding necessarily, but
he's at an insane asylum.
Oh, great!
That's why I was worried about getting stabbed.
Yeah, I can understand that concern. I guess my concern is if you've got like you're in a CCTV room and you've got your bank of monitors there and you've got camera 1, camera 3, camera 6, James and Morgan playing Dark Souls 3, camera 5, camera 4, and he's just like so engrossed with the fantastic gameplay that's going on the Dark Souls screen that there's a riot kicking off on camera 3, but we're not paying attention to that because we're watching Dark Souls. That's my only concern. And I'm not saying that maybe you know how to juggle that and that's fine, but I'm just saying like
it's fine.
I would want to be
99.9% of guarding when you're not having to like walk around and do your rounds is just sitting there.
Yes, watching the CCTV. Surely, all I'm saying is right.
Maybe his whole job is just to watch the front door, which he did a great job of. If
he's just if he's just basically the overnight receptionist, I don't know. You'll have to give us more details, Saints. But all I'm concerned about is that you turn on the news tomorrow and like there's just an insane asylum. There's been a riot. 10 people are dead. And whose fault is it? Well, it's James Heaney's fault because he was playing too much Dark Souls 3, and the security guard wasn't paying attention. And then the next thing there was a fire, and you know what I mean. That's.
I'll be right back.
Oh, cool. Just leave me to talk about Dark Souls 3 all on my own when I don't know anything about Dark Souls 3. So what we'll do instead is we'll just do a Q&A for a minute, I guess. Hello everybody. What's going on in the chat? Lincoln that's the documentary stuff. Yeah, I mean, the only thing about doing the @here or whatever for Discord alerts is just purely the fact that there are people in maybe the adventure-based Discord. We could do it for the GameFront one. There are people in there that don't necessarily go there for the videos, so we don't want to just constantly bombard people with toast and things. But we can look into it. Simon DG, I sympathise. I worked security for 6 years. It's boring AF and you don't have anything to watch. Yeah, just to be clear, by the way, I'm being facetious. I obviously know that it's fine. I used to do night shifts in call centres and things. I know there's a lot of downtime. It's fine. I'm not actually having a go. It's just me trying to be funny and failing, which is generally how that goes. I guess Morgan's disappeared and the chat's quiet, so I guess I'm just going to open up GarageBand on my phone and play some music. This is the introduction to my new Dark Souls lore series. Dark Souls lore with Danny. Episode 1. Dark Souls. Dark Souls is a series about people with dark souls who are wandering through a large circular castle where people are dead but not dead. There are also bosses and things. I've run out of lore. Steve the Ghost, thankfully, has chimed in with a question: are you going to do more PlayStation demo disc videos? I'd love to do more demo discs. There are a lot of more. We did demo 1 and we did some obscure thing. But like there's demo disc 2, demo disc 3. There's tons of them. There was all the stuff on the PlayStation magazine stuff. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to do more demo discs, but we
Who are you
more
talking
retro
to?
stuff as well. I'm talking to the chat because there's no point in me talking about Dark Souls on my own. So I was just had to improvise since you just bailed on me completely out of nowhere.
Sorry.
It got so bad that when I ran out of things to talk about in the chat, I was doing my. Do you want to hear my new Dark Souls lore video intro?
Oh yeah,
I was doing it on GarageBand on my phone. It was. Can you hear that? Is it even coming through? Anyway,
Nope.
right, forget about it. Didn't even work.
We'll take it offline.
We'll take it offline. Oh, we got a new subscriber. 5 has subscribed.
Oh, let's check the TikToks.
Oh, let's not check
was still the last one.
Check the TikToks.
Let's check the tax.
Anyway, now we got another new subscriber. Ancha. That's a lot
What's
of new
up?
subscribers in one minute there. The Darkest Dragon. Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as far
We
as
got
the TikTok
another new
goes,
subscriber. Something happened there. Are we just getting bombed with new
we're
subscribers?
going big. They put us on the main page, probably.
Interesting.
You know what's interesting is that they're all coming in when it was just you. So maybe I'm slowing this thing down. Maybe I should get out of here.
No, there's like tons. The names of them are looking a bit. Are we getting? Like,
Oh wait, what the heck is
subscriber
happening? Did we get raided? Or what is
Something's
going on?
yeah.
What is going on? Is it
Maybe-
glitching? It's just reading off all of the other subscribers. Well, welcome everybody.
It could be glitching.
Don't forget to follow us on TikTok.
If this is happening, yeah, I might disable the alerts if this carries on for too much longer.
Are you sure it's not just new people coming in?
Maybe it's just listing every subscriber we've ever. I have no idea. It's just coming up with the new subscriber toast every 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's strange.
This is
And there's only 7 viewers unless it's... I'm going to refresh this.
Yeah, I'm going to turn this off because something's clearly going wrong here. Does it do it again?
Yeah, it's just continuing to do it.
Yeah, it's not good. Let's get rid of that.
It's broken. Something's broken.
But it's another one for Mikey. Let's take that offline. The Darkest Dragon says, at the filing place, the souls you got from beating all the lords of the game on the thrones. What?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. You'll learn someday. I know what it is. Alexi, in Dark Souls 2 and 3, you can light a bonfire without sitting down and resetting the enemies and still respawn there when you die. I think I told James that, but he doesn't believe me. The Darkest Dragon, also when using Wrath of Gods, look for the rings that boost miracle power, not faith levels. The game has 2 of them, just like your pyro rings do for damage. I don't want James messing with rings other than putting the fire clutch ring back on and then just never changing rings ever again. Ool Siles Botnet, it seemed like you guys were having fun this time. Love to see that. Ralph Murphy, no easy bosses left. Good luck, James Heaney. Yeah, that's for dang sure. James has a big, tough road ahead of him. We'll see.
Oof. Pillagius, or Perfect Pill, as we've been calling him, because he's been, very helpful in the Resident Evil live streams, but also just throws immense amounts of shade at me for every decision that I make because it's always the wrong one. So I'm now calling him Perfect Pill.
There we go.
Because Perfect Pill never makes a mistake. But yay, more progress before many vids of stagnation. Nest Boss will have none of this.
That's a pun about the next boss.
What are we saying?
Can't wait for no progress.
Can't wait.
Boop, boop. El Scorcho, Morgan, James has not been up the big tower unless it was off camera. I am certain of this, nor has he fought the big wolf or done any of the stuff to the right from the first bonfire. That is a lie. Sage Freak, yeah, I certainly don't remember him going up that tower or even reaching it, and I've seen every episode of this walkthrough. He 100% did it. Can somebody help me find, I'm going to look for it, but if we can find where he goes up the tower, It was pretty early on when oh no, was it the second time that he went there? Because he definitely ran through and got killed by those guys a bunch of times, and then he went up in the tower and he got the shield, and then we carried the shield around for a while.
Surely
So,
somebody
he
must
did-
remember.
Yeah, unless I dreamed it, but I highly doubt that I dreamed it.
And you not mixing it up from like one from a previous like 10 years ago or something you
I
did on
mean,
Adventure Bits.
I've been up there. I think that me and Zach have been up there together, and then James went up there too.
Okay. I'm sure
I'm
somebody
sure
in the
he
chat,
has.
somebody in the chat should surely know.
Yeah.
But nobody seems to remember it, which is a concern because these guys are normally like quite on the ball with this stuff.
Yeah,
So-
it was a while ago. Maybe it's on the Adventure Bits part. I'll look through the videos.
Crispy AI says that's more like it. Felt like two friends playing games again.
Yeah.
Aw,
all I
that's
have to
nice.
do is ignore all of James's transgressions against Dark Souls and myself and forget every promise that he's ever made, and it's really easy to just have a fun playthrough.
Okay. And on that bombshell, it's time for Danny Souls, and unfortunately, I don't think
No Zach main?
Zachary Dan doesn't appear to be about. I don't know where he's up to.
I
Is he
could
on-
probably help with these. Or is it
Is he
still
on-
early? Should I text him?
I mean, it's probably about the time we would normally get around to it. We can give it. Yeah, get him on the phone. Get him on the
see.
bat phone.
I'll just
Zach
Discord him
man.
if he's available.
While you do that, I will just quickly read some chats. How about that Dark Souls, sir? Yep, cool beans. Any plans for a new James versus Games series?
No.
I don't know. So no, the answer's no.
Because we want other stuff first. I want lore videos before that. I want other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't want to overcommit to things. I guess it's a never say never thing, right? Because I'd never say we're never going to do James versus Games again, but there's no plans to do James versus Games. That would be fair, right? I mean, we at one point we said we'd never do the Minecraft show again, and then we did. So you never know.
But then we didn't.
And then we didn't again, but we did do it for a little while. It was glorious when we came back for that first one with Mitch and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of just went. So it was like GameStop stocks, right? It kind of went up and then it went wee, and just kind of dipped into the oblivion there. But hey ho,
GameStop's still up.
is it?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It's like 160 or 185 right now.
You know, for a communist, you know a lot about the stock market.
Oh well, I live in a capitalist society.
So you disagree with it, but you roll with it anyway. Is that basically?
181. You have no choice. My problem is that there's no choice but to participate in it, and that's the sickest part.
I feel
You're only
like here's the truth. Morgan, dresses like a hippie. He's got a Volkswagen camper van. He's got the signs, free love, free society and all this stuff. But then really behind closed doors, you've got a big fat Cuban cigar. You've got CNN on. You've got the
I love
stock market
cigars.
going. You know what I mean? You've got the ticker tape going across with all the Dow Jones or whatever the fuck, and like you're just trading them stocks, baby. You're just playing the long game.
Oh yeah, I can't think of any like famous socialists that like cigars. Or any places that were like overtaken by communists that would have produced the world's greatest cigars.
Like who's famous for cigars? Like Winston Churchill, Ronald Reagan, maybe? I don't know. Like who smokes cigars?
The Castros, Fidel Castro.
Fidel Castro, certainly. Mr. T smokes cigars. I don't know where Mr. T falls on the political spectrum, but
AMC is up today. I think it's up to 1320 something last time I checked. Let's look. Yeah, if we want to do a stock show, I could probably do it. 1366 at the moment, still climbing.
wow, we literally have just turned into Bloomberg, ladies and gentlemen. So Morgan's just going to give us the stock updates.
Yeah.
And then I can give you the weather report after that, I guess. But
I mean, that would be fun. I don't know a lot about stocks other than like what I read, but I just follow them because it's interesting.
Do you know what might be interesting to talk about? Like gaming stocks. So, what gaming companies are hot and not right now?
Oh yeah.
Tencent.
I
Let's
mean,
talk about Tencent.
Zanga goes off all the time unless they dropped off already. I don't need to keep looking at the stocks. There's something about watching the stocks, and that's why I got out of doing crypto because I can't watch it move. Because I'm mesmerized by it. Like I'll just watch like the little thing go up and down infinitely, and just think about like all of the money that's changing hands.
You know, I have to admit, I did actually flick onto Bloomberg while I was channel flicking the other day, and I don't understand a single thing that's going on that screen. But it is quite transfixing just to watch all the different arrows and graphs and just the ticker tapes going along and stuff. And I'm like, yes, business stonks are being traded here. I'm sure.
Just putting your tie on, buy sell.
Exactly. Like, I mean, it just, I don't know what, I don't get it. I'm not. I just
try diversifying into commodities.
Yeah, exactly. Like my limit of knowledge of how stock markets work is what I've learned from watching the Ferengi on Deep Space Nine. That's probably the limit of my knowledge.
Yeah. Well, how many laws of Ferengi commerce are there?
250 rules of acquisition or something. Yeah.
Yeah, rules of acquisition. That's right. I love it.
The only ones I really remember, and these are my favorite ones, which I think is rule of acquisition number 8, which is war is good for business, and number 9, which is peace is good for business. So I'm not really sure like how that works.
Do you remember the episode where they unionized the bar?
Yeah, I love that episode. It's so good.
Yeah, it's a good one. The Ferengi are complicated.
The Ferengi, the reason why they work so well in that show is because they represent humans today, right? That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
So they're almost like the villains, kind of, but they're so relatable because actually there are so many people like that in the world today that are like that. So, and sometimes like Quark gets these moments where actually he turns it around. Like, do you remember the episode where Nog loses his leg, like the Battle of AR 9 something or another? But like they're on some kind of battlefield, and they're fighting against the Dominion or whatever, and Nog loses his leg in a battle, and he's in like this field tent, and Dr. Bashir is trying to give him drugs and whatever.
Bashir, yeah, good.
Yeah, and
it's been a long time since I watched Deep Space.
And Quark has this moment which was really profound, where he goes, people judge the Ferengi. They say that we're a bad people and that we have no morals and stuff. But, we don't wage wars. We don't kill people. We don't have horrific scenes like this. We just trade things. And okay, maybe we're not always ethical about it, but like how the humans really is any better than we are, like when you boil it down. And it does make you think sometimes, like, I'm not saying capitalism is a good thing necessarily, but
I mean, that's kind of what you're saying.
No, I'm not, because capitalism is also a reason for war as well, potentially. But I'm saying the Ferengi are not a warlike race, I guess, is what I'm saying. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's amazing that the Ferengi were never just like wiped out by a warring culture that were like, oh, you screwed us over, we're gonna just wipe you out. But I guess they always had like people like invested in them so much that they couldn't, like, they would be protected because the other people would lose so much money if they were gone or whatever. Brian folks come in with a couple of good rules. Rule number 33, never hurts to suck up to the boss. They're very structured.
Oh, sure. I love 109. 109 is one of my favorites. I remember that one. Dignity in an empty sack is worth the sack. That's fantastic. Dignity in an empty sack is worth the sack.
Oh, do you remember? Yeah, Kamikaze Ice has a good point. Do you remember Rule 34?
Yeah, well, I've already been trying to dodge this conversation with Zach on the Resident Evil live streams because Zach keeps going. Zach keeps going to me. Oh yeah, do you know? I never did know what Rule 34 was. Can you explain it to me, please, Danny? And I'm like, no, Zach, no. I'm not going to fall into this trap. I'm not that stupid. But anyway. Zach is a bit sick today, apparently, so hopefully he's nothing too serious and he feels better soon.
Well, then that's it.
So Zach's not joining us today, but I'm sure you'll be happy to join me for some Danny Souls, right? James.
Yeah, we'll go through it.
So let's rattle through these. Jays1618 says, I have some thoughts I will add shortly. So thank you. We'll get round to those. Zach's on pins and
Sarcastic
needles.
Zach.
Okay, here we go. The meat and gravy of it. Danny, this boss and the previous one are the real proving grounds in Dark Souls 1. You've mastered lock on, unlock and run
Yep.
mechanics the gargoyle fight teaches you, but now it's time to learn safe positioning and stamina management in a tiny environment with a swarm of aggressive enemies mechanic. So whether your strategy is to shield, roll, or attack, all of these actions need to be weighed carefully because they reduce your stamina, and the tiny environment ensures that no matter which action, an enemy is guaranteed to be close by in the aftermath, and you never want to be completely out of stamina with an enemy close by. So Zach has the right idea, you just haven't had a chance to trace the perimeter of the room to see exactly what the contours of the boss arena are yet. Just for context, by the way, this boss is the... I keep calling it the Taurus demon, but it's not the Taurus demon. It's the Capra demon. The Capra demon.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm
what we're
getting to
talking
it right
about
now
here.
to see how you do.
So yeah, I mean, we've recorded another episode since then. So
Oh god, spoilers!
Not
Here
going
come
to
the
spoil it too
spoilers.
much, but I kind of understand what Jay-Z's saying. The problem, basically, in this episode, I just walk into the boss arena and I die instantly, and then I walk into
And
the
then
boss
you don't
arena
go
and I
back,
die.
it looks like?
No, I keep going back. Well, there was a bit at the end where we did a bit of maintenance and stuff, but like basically, most of this episode is just me going to that boss and just getting killed instantly.
Yeah.
'Cause the dogs
Oh,
are
it
just
looks like
attacking
you're
me.
getting
The
tore
guy
up
just
by the little
yeah,
poison guys too.
yeah.
Oh no, Danny.
It's bad news.
You know, what helps a lot is just slow, like not rushing. Especially
Yeah.
when you're going to somewhere that you've been before, it's like it's tough not to want to just like run there because you're like, yeah, okay, let me just get to the spot. You have to like treat it with respect every time.
Steve the Ghost in the chat says there's a fun way to cheese the Capra demon by just throwing dung pies over the fog gate until he gets the toxic status.
What? I didn't know. I've never seen that.
Do you know Zach
be-
is very, very, very much against me doing anything like he's let me have the Claymore, which is very overpowered. But he doesn't want me.
It's just a good weapon.
Yeah,
it's not
but
like game breaking.
he makes me feel bad for using it at every given opportunity.
Oh my god.
He just
It's
goes,
'cause he's a
it's
Dex
that
boy."
That Claymore is overpowered. You're just OP. You've got no skill, Danny. It's all Claymore. The Claymore is carrying you through the game. That's
Oh my
basically,
God.
that's how it feels. But
If you ever need a break from Zach and you want me to sit in on a couple episodes, I will. You will need the break at some point, right?
yeah, I think this is why I keep saying we should swap for an episode.
Yeah, I'll do it. Next video, I should be your coach.
It's just Zach doesn't want to coach James. That's the problem.
Well, I'll do both, just to give you a breather.
Oh, so we're just telling Zach that he's fired, basically.
Just for a video until
Right.
and then maybe that'll teach him his lesson and he'll come back nicer.
No, he's not that bad. But what I was getting at is
The
he's very
Stockholm
keen on.
syndrome.
Yeah, he doesn't want me to cheese anything. He's very-
Defending your abuser.
like people have said to me, like my friends and stuff that I've seen the first episode where he's insisting that I don't take the master key or whatever it is, and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh wow, your friend has really screwed you by not letting you take the master key and stuff."
No, come on. You know the
I
master
mean-
key you don't need.
This is what people have said, right? Just just like because he
Yeah.
doesn't want me to take any shortcuts or try and cheese my way through things. Like he wants me to do
Yeah.
it the quote unquote the proper way, which is fine.
Well,
and
you
I
can
get it.
see what happens when somebody cheeses their whole Dark Souls career.
Yeah, you become James Heaney.
Yeah, then you're in your second playthrough of Dark Souls 3 learning how to use a sword for the first time.
Yeah, I get he's doing it with the best of intentions and stuff, but I'm just saying that he's not going to let me do the dung pie thing. It's not on the table.
No. You shouldn't be doing stuff like that.
Anyway, just to finish Jay's comment, the two-handed swing is much more effective at draining stamina and breaking your enemy's guard. There was a few times this video where you relentlessly attacked a shielding enemy with your one-handed attack to no avail. Appropriately, the Capra Demon boss, you're fighting switches between one-handed and two-handed attacks in this fight. Likewise, I pity the fool who tries to shield a two-hand attack from that beast.
Yeah, you shouldn't be getting hit by that guy. There's not a lot of turtling that you want to do against him.
Yeah. Again,
what's your strategy right now? What are you doing when you go into that fight?
Well, I mean, again, I don't know if I can. I have a strategy now, which is in the next episode, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In this episode, I didn't really have a strategy. I was figuring that out. I've got a strategy in the next episode. I don't want to spoil it, but it's getting better. I mean, obviously it's going to get better because otherwise the series would end. But yeah.
You just stop on the Capra Demon.
Exactly. But yeah, we'll get around to that next time. This is the one frustrating thing. I want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it. Which is kind of frustrating. But there you go. But just to say that a lot of the points that you're saying, Jay, is yes. I've kind of already taken a lot of that on board, but much appreciated and good advice as usual. Also, as Jay says, we're hilarious, apparently, full stop. That's very generous. Thank you. I'm not sure how true that is, but sometimes gameplay progression gets sidetracked by the bicker banter here and there, but no one is replacing you, my guys. So if you need someone to be in charge of remembering where you left off each video, happy to volunteer. Yeah, I mean, that's because one thing we did do at the start of this video is we just completely forgotten that we'd opened up a shortcut in the last video. So there's me like an absolute knob just trying to take the long way round again, getting absolutely roasted by the dragon on the bridge. Because when there was quite a convenient door that was already open, I could have just walked through and skipped that whole section. So yeah, sometimes because it's like 1 or 2 weeks between recordings. I
mean, that's the game.
Yeah, but normally you wouldn't leave such big breaks between your playthroughs, right? Like if you were just a normal, you'd play it the next day or whatever, right? You'd remember.
I mean, that's the GameFront recording game. You're always 1 week away and then expected to remember everything that happened in detail.
That's the James Heaney curse, perhaps. That's the root of it, I think. But anyway,
coincidentally, I used to think there was no greater elation than that feeling of killing a DKS 1 boss for the first time. But now I know the true high comes from watching a recording of yourself coaching someone else to victory on YouTube. I'll admit that re-entering regular life with just that one taste has been difficult. Oh, we gotta help poor Jay's scratch that itch.
Yeah, I mean. Well,
maybe he could replace Zach.
Are we going to give him a job now? I mean, I'm not adverse to the idea of people getting involved. I don't know how. I mean, that's up to you and James, I guess. I don't know. We don't want to be in a situation where we've got like 50 people presenting it and nobody watching it because everybody's just making the videos and no one's actually playing, watching them. But I mean, I don't know. Rion in the chat says, I think people put a bit too much pressure on me because it's okay to die to bosses like the Capra Demon a bunch of times because everybody does, and that's how you learn.
It's true. No, it is true. There's a lot of pressure because there's a bunch of people watching you. You've got Zach screaming in your ear, and everyone else who's watching that video has beaten him multiple times and knows exactly what to do every time they go in. But because you can only play Dark Souls once for your first time, that's why the videos are so intriguing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm starting to feel the heat a little bit, right? So in the comments in previous videos, no, I mean from the comments section, there have been comments where people are saying the only person, the only thing worse than my gameplay is having a lobotomy or something and like that. People are just saying bad things.
Oh my!
And I know it's
now. Let me check.
It's a joke, right? It's not. I know they're not being serious, but I do feel that a little bit.
Oh, don't.
Brion says that. So just to explain as well, there's an NPC that's in the tunnels near the Capra Demon boss. The tunnels that lead you back to the Firelink Shrine. Yeah. There's an NPC behind some bars, right? Which is I think she's like a trader or something, and you'd normally go there for whatever
goods and wares.
Yeah, exactly. I mistook her for an NPC and just sliced the shit out of her, so she's triggered. and I have nowhere near enough souls to do the absolution thing or whatever it is. So that's a thing that happened.
I don't. Oh my!
And I only bring it up because
you can pay to have her nice again.
So you have to to make her friendly towards me again. I need to get a boatload of souls, and then I need to go back to the tower where the gargoyles were. And there's a dude in there who you can give the souls to get absolute. Well, I forget the right term. Is it absolution? He resolves you.
I've never had to do that before.
Yeah. He resolves you of your sins basically, and then people are not hostile towards you anymore. But anyway, it's become a problem because I can't get stuff from her that I might need to help with the Capra Demon. Like, it's almost as if the game designers put her there for a reason, potentially.
Yeah. I don't think you need anything from her. The Capra Demon, once you get your strategy down, should be pretty easy.
Well, I mean, Brion just says in the chat, like, it's not like I'm the first person to make that mistake. Because when I was running towards the chains, she looked like an enemy because she's got the whole, like, she looks, what do they call it, hollowed or whatever. She just looks like an enemy. So I just immediately instinctively just swung my
just
overpowered
claymore to her face.
Claymore straight through her face. She didn't die, but she's triggered and she won't trade with me. But apparently loads of people
at least you didn't kill her. I would have put her down and then been like, what happened?
The only reason I didn't put her down is because she was behind the bars and she backstepped, so I couldn't reach her anymore. Oh, you should go and watch it, though. Zach was so pissed. Like, he spent a 10 minutes
ranting?
just screaming and ranting at me. He was angry. He was upset.
Why is he... Zach, he needs to calm down.
He was upset. I triggered him hard on that one. Anyway,
that's funny.
Going off on a tangent. Jay's again. LOL. Zach and Danny bicker, and Danny misses the talk prompt for the merchant in the sewers on his first pass. Yeah, this is exactly what I mean. Yes, I knew Danny was going to attack that merchant on the way back. I've definitely seen that mistake on other channels in the same way that he doesn't always notice the press A to close discovered prompt. Could something like his microphone partially block the view? I don't know what it is, right? I've got the same thing James has got, which is like tunnel vision, I think.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking ahead and concentrating on where the next enemy is coming from or whatever, and something pops up on the bottom of the screen, I'm not paying attention to that part of the screen and I don't see it.
You'll get better.
I guess people's minds work in different ways. I guess I don't have an explanation for it.
Are you talking about? Is it the lady who's on the other side of the rat?
Yeah, so the rat, that tunnel with the rat on one end and she's on the other behind the bars. Yeah.
The lady who can't touch you?
Yeah, I just instinctively swung and just
the sticker claymore right through the bars. Gosh dang.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's aggressive.
It was not good. It was not good. But apparently, like I say, I feel better about the fact that other people have done this on their first playthroughs.
Yeah, I'm sure. So. I mean, anything that can be done in Dark Souls has been done before, like good and bad.
Yeah, it's just more when the initial reaction from Zach, which, as Jays alludes to, led to a 10-minute bicker banter session, just made me feel like a very bad person. I just felt like I'd done a bad thing, and I should not be allowed to play that game ever again. So,
is there anything? So here's the thing. I think the only thing that's useful that she sells is Homeward Bones, which you'll get plenty of.
There is something that Zach wanted me to buy to help with the Capra Demon, and I forget the name of them.
There's like a bunch of poison stuff. Maybe she has an alluring skull, but I don't think you don't. They were
like fire bombs or something like that. Not fire bombs, but something like that. Some kind of weapons, because apparently the Capra Demon is susceptible to fire attacks.
Oh, so they're trying to get you to put fire on your blade.
Something.
Pine resin.
Pine resin. Maybe it was something like that.
Oh, those babies. Him and James both with their little pine resins and electricity and stuff. Like the swords do enough damage as they are.
Kamikaze says that if I'm having trouble seeing the prompts, that it might be because my screen is too big or I'm too close to it. That's probably true. Because it is the big dock off ultra wide that's this far from my face. So
mosses?
I think I've tried to show people this before, and I don't think it always pans out. But
I think we have. You'll get mosses. I don't like if you. I would take this. Well, you're still reading through this.
It's a big screen anyway. It's a big wide thing. So, yeah, possibly too close and or whatever. But
Too big.
too big. So that's probably why. Like I do find that's true actually. If I'm playing a game on a TV across the room, I have much less of a problem with the tunnel vision than I do playing it on a stream when it's right in front of my face. I don't know. Sorry, Morgan. I keep going off on tangents. I do apologize.
No, it's good. Edit. Yes, I knew Danny was going to attack the merchant on the way back. Wait, did you read that part?
I've read that part. We're up to Danny.
Okay.
If you're ever uncertain.
Danny, if you're ever uncertain the future, you can try locking onto a character first to see if they are an enemy. If the game won't let you lock on, then they are a neutral NPC. Do note that the cost of absolution scales with your character's level in the game, so while it's only the low price of 13,000 souls now, it will go get a lot more expensive if you keep playing the game for a long time and wait until later to request absolution.
Absolution.
I don't do resins I don't do the resins. Come on, guys.
I don't think we need it. I don't think we're going to need it necessarily, but it would have been helpful, I think, is all it was. So basically,
here's the thing.
It was less than optimal.
If you're not going to pay the 13,000 souls for absolution, which is probably a lot of souls at the level that you're at, then you need to kill her outright and pick up whatever she drops.
Well, you can't reach her because she's behind the bars and she's like gone way back.
How did you damage her? Oh, now she's hiding
because
backwards?
she starts off next to the bars, so you can easily swing through them. But as soon as you attack her, she gets like, "Oh, I'm getting the F out of here." She goes way back into the back of the tunnel or whatever. So you can't even see her anymore. You can just hear a voice in the distance just going, "You think you're so special, do you? Well, you're just another customer." That's literally what she does. She just screams at you just saying that.
Can you hit her with like a bow and arrow?
Claymore.
No, I mean when she's back in the hole, can you shoot an arrow?
Potentially. I don't think I've got a bow and arrow though. But yeah, potentially. But then how are you going to pick up the drop because she's way off in the distance?
Yeah, I don't know.
So anyway, Steve the Ghost
do
says
the dragon bridge for farming souls. Oh yeah, you can do the dragon bridge because it burns all those guys and you get the souls from them. You can just farm until you get to 13,000 and then.
Do people want to watch me farm for an hour? Really? I mean,
you can do it before the recording or whatever.
And this is Zach wouldn't approve of me farming either. I don't think, but well, I'll mention it and see. What he says.
To clean up a mistake, doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
Steve the Ghost says death number 68 is my favorite so far. Basically, I ran enthusiastically towards a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't engage with a ladder. I just did a flying leap. I did a Buzz Lightyear off the edge, and then I just went like a stone. Just went. It was like a Roadrunner cartoon. It was great. And then the next thing you know, it just did the death thing, and I was dead.
Gravity deaths are by far the best.
They are the funniest, but they're also the most annoying to experience when you're playing. Like when I used to edit your videos and I was like, oh yeah, these ones where he's constantly falling off the cliff are really funny. But then when you're the one actually playing it, it's like, oh, that's really pissed me off. Like, why have I just leaped off the edge of it? Yeah.
You never, it always catches you off guard. You never think it's going to happen to you. And then all of a sudden you're just falling for a long time.
I think I just assumed it was a short drop for some reason. In my head, I just assumed it'd be quicker to just jump off because it was a short drop, and then I just kept on going and going and
then
going.
Your
and
legs just like shoot up through your kneecaps and then like impale you in your own chest.
Yeah, then I was just turned inside out. Anyway.
Yeah, there will be no chipmunk mode. It'll either be regular speed farming or just skipped farming. The Darkest Dragon, kill the guy in the gold armor, try tricking him off the ledge when reloading the game. His item should appear where he is sitting after you load the game back in. Do this as soon as he falls to his death without dying yourself. He might actually be hard for you to kill. Unsure if he's OP or not for him. Don't know myself, TBH. J1618, problem with doing that is that you completely miss out on the character's story arc in the game, and with a weapon like the Claymore, Danny is already overpowered as it is at this level. He'll get the ring eventually either way. I'd personally prefer to watch Danny witness more of the game than less, but I understand that others might feel differently. The Darkest Dragon must get rid of the no pants characters. We won't last with half naked men. J1618, I understand your motivation now. In that case, I'd vote we send Danny to Havel for a new ring now and let him get the other ring after experiencing lore text full arc in the game. I fear once Danny gets the mechanics down, something like leveled up Claymore plus best rings might make some parts of the game a little too easy. You still don't have pants on?
I know. I've gone for some new light armor, which I picked up in Lower Undeadburg, which I quite like. But to keep the light roll, I'm just wearing like a top and a helmet, I think.
You gotta get some pants on. Come on.
No, it's great because I'm completely at this point. I'm very much what do they call it?
Tanky.
I look like a Ferengi from Deep Space Nine. I'm hollowed. That's it. I'm very hollowed.
Okay. Whatever you like.
But the best bit about it is that I can do your bit that I've stolen from the Minecraft show. So I'm just constantly just doing the "Where's the camera going? I'm an old man."
Oh no!
And
that nasty old man.
There's no modesty either. It's great. Like it just looks like a big lump of thing.
Ew,
it's awful.
Messy flesh.
It's fantastic.
Yuck.
It's yeah. Where's that camera going?
Oh, where's it going? Zach probably loves that.
No, it makes him angry. That's why I do it. It just pisses him off every time I do it. It's like,
you have to troll him back. He's as much as possible.
So
Ulasal's.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say I'm doing it on purpose. But sorry, Ulasal's bonnet. Yeah. You go. Sorry.
The sunlight altar to Cabra is certainly an unorthodox one. I do not think you've been selling me on its merits very well. And Zach, I really like Fear and Loathing. Really, I just happen to like all things Hunter S. Thompson. I've read the entire oeuvre. Oeuvre? I'm too uneducated to know what that word means.
Can't you do a thing where you put it into Google and it will pronounce it for you? We should try that.
The oeuvre?
Yeah, like if you go on Google and you put in a word.
I can't copy it, and I don't want to remember all those letters.
OEUVRE. I'm doing it now. Pronunciation. And then you press this.
Oeuvre.
Oh, let me turn it up a little bit.
Oeuvre.
Oeuvre, according to Google.
Oeuvre.
I don't think that's right, because I think it's probably a French word.
Apparently, yeah, oeuvre. That's what Google says. It's pronounced oeuvre.
I don't know. Either way.
What does it mean? That's the question.
I mean, in context, I'm assuming it's like the collection of Hunter S. Thompson writings.
A substantial body of work, or the life works of a particular author.
See, context, very good at. I'll figure out the context of anything.
Zakai Zariel.
Who is that?
I think he must be new to the channel. Not seen him on here before, but he says that I'm truly a, what's that word? A mensch?
Mensch.
A mensch?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I'm not down with the kids.
It's positive.
Okay.
It's a good thing. Yeah.
For putting up with me, so I think Zach realised he probably went over the top when I killed the lady behind the bars and he went on his 20-minute rant. He probably realised that he may have gone a bit too far. In his
yeah. As tough as Zach comes off, he's really a softie on the inside. That's why it's so funny. He's so aggressive, and you're like, I know you're gonna feel bad about this later because you have gushy insides.
I think that's why he's taking so long for my gift box to arrive, because every time he feels bad about shouting at me, he puts something else in the box. Honestly, the box has turned into a crate, he's told me. Like, I don't know how the heck he's going to ship it to me. There's all kinds of weird and wonderful things in there. There's all the hot sauces and notepads and stuff. He's got...
Hopefully he wraps them. I just had hot sauces rattling around in a box, and of course one of them broke.
Yeah, I think he's going to wrap them better this time. He's also got like a High School Musical backpack in there, I think, or something. Or Dora the Explorer, something like that. There's a load of DVDs that he's found, old video games that he's put in there. A ton of stuff that he says, like every week when we get together, he goes, "Oh, I found something good for your box," and then he doesn't tell me what it is, so it's going to be full of shit. It's going to be full of absolute
There's going to be a lot of garbage in there.
It's almost guaranteed to be one of those mini Jason Statham cutouts. That like almost guaranteed.
Oh well, you need that, obviously.
Yeah, I need a Jack Black one to put behind me, so he's got me behind him and I've got him behind me, kind of thing. But anyway. And then I really wanted to... Oh no, I really wanted to get because I was talking about getting cardboard cutouts for everybody. So like obviously Jack Black for Zach, and then I really wanted to find one of Will Ferrell as as Anchorman because that could be James.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
like
find
that.
one. I can't find one though. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, really?
can find-
Kamikaze says in the comments, last week was the roasting of Heaney. This week it's Zach who gets next week. It's all about whether you show up or not. You don't show up, you get roasted.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm looking forward to the next one I'm not on. That'll be great. Jace 1618 says that sucked getting one shot by the dragon after you dropped your souls in the boss room. Sad face, sad face. You might want to change your bonfire to the one by the shortcut we opened in part 10, just so you don't have to risk that dragon anymore. Good advice, Jace.
Yeah, they don't like whatever way you're running to the demon is bad.
Well, let's just say I take your advice on board. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Wait for the next episode.
Okay. You figure it out.
Yeah, we figure it out. The Darkest Dragoon. Even if Danny doesn't use a shield or doesn't remember to the one-handed swing set on the Claymore, or doesn't remember to the one-handed swing set on the Claymore is still really good, especially for beginners, being horizontal swings. So versus the two-handed set is semi-harder to track. With vertical swings, just because you don't use the shield doesn't mean the two-handed moveset is always better, brackets, even if it does more damage. Yes. I tend to use the light attack more than the heavy attack because it uses less stamina and I'm trying to conserve stamina.
You're a beginner.
Yes. That being said, the heavy attack I'm using a bit more now because I quite like the forward stab. So if I'm two-handing it and I do the forward stab...
Oh, that forward stab will push you through the whole game. That's essentially the same stab that I used to beat it last time, except for I was using the boulder side sword.
Yeah. Because I found
you just get so much range in the poke.
Yeah, it's because the reason why I've started doing that more as well is because in Lower Undeadburg, it's quite a narrow street, so there's not a lot of place to roll to the sides, and then those ninja dudes are all over you like very quickly if you let them get too close to you. So I'm just trying to do the forward stab thing to try and stay on top of them.
I'm sure you've already figured this out, but that hallway is all like where all those guys are coming from after your like second or third time through there.
So, I'm just
super aggressive because they die easily.
Yeah, I'm rinsing through. I can put them down quickly. Like I'm used to that section now, so it's fine. But if anything, it's just become practice to run through there.
Yeah.
Nick Hanley, Danny. The best advice is to always keep target lock in mind. My Achilles heel is that I turn your back on your opponent, which is bad. This is true because what's happening is I'm clicking the lock on button, but I'm either too far away or not facing quite the right direction for it to actually lock on. So what's happening is the camera's just swinging around to the direction that I'm facing because if it's not lock on, it's center camera, right?
Yeah.
So my camera's just centering unexpectedly to a direction I didn't intend to look, and then like the enemy's coming from another direction, and then I get confused. So yeah, the target lock and locking on is probably needs better.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to first learn how to lock on because it essentially does the camera work for you. But as you get farther in the game and as you go through other Dark Souls, the next level of skill is to not be locked on because there's a lot of bosses, especially that you don't want to lock on for, and then you do the camera work yourself while you're running around.
Well, that was true of the gargoyles. Yeah. Like I didn't lock on for the gargoyles. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I also need to stay focused as this. Oh, sorry, go on. I keep going you off. I'm really bad at this.
No, it's all good. I forget what I was gonna say. Something about locking on with smaller enemies is usually the way to go. Or obviously, if you're fighting one thing and there's nothing else around you.
Yes. And then also Nick Hanley says, I need to stay focused as distractions are proving to be a problem. Keep it up, though. You and Z are doing fine. I think Zach is a distraction. Sometimes.
I agree. And that's a high praise from Nick Hanley. Good point.
Good point.
That you guys are doing fine.
Zach is great when he's when he's we did an experiment in this episode where like Zach was really just getting on my case a lot. So I said, Zach, because he's got this book that he's reading. So I said, Zach, just read a paragraph from your book. So he just opens up the book and starts reading through his book. And I'm just playing the game, and I just do like 1,000 times better. Like I'm just rinsing through everybody. I'm not getting hurt and stuff. Like, so if I ever need a break, I just tell Zach to read a few pages from his book, and then I can get through whatever section I'm struggling with. It's great.
That's bad. I should have a heart-to-heart with Zach. He knows better, and he also can't control it. That's the problem.
It's not Zach's fault. It's probably my fault for not being good enough to multitask, to be fair. But anyway.
I mean, it just takes practice. Haha, I was called out in the video. Sure, I would be very flattered if you'd like me to come on any of these videos. I would do my best to contribute. Zach, I just want to tell you that I think you're doing a great job. Seriously, I was just kind of messing with you with that one comment on the last video.
This.
Really, I think most of us would be sad to see you not be a part of these videos. And then a random person from GameFront says, "Don't worry about Zach. He is like this with everybody," and that's kind of true.
Zach absolutely unloaded on Breon Folk in this video.
On the video?
He went nuts.
No, why?
Not in a bad way. But he was basically telling him that if you think you can do better, well, I haven't. He's doing that thing where he says he only donated enough to be able to be on 10 episodes, so he doesn't think he should be on anymore. So if Breon's so good that he should come on and do it for me or something like that, I don't know. But anyway.
I mean, maybe he should.
And obviously, it's just Zach being Zach. He wasn't being serious, like he wasn't actually upset or anything. But I just feel bad because I feel like the second half of that comment almost sounds like he felt bad because he thought he'd actually upset Zach or something. Which is why I said don't worry about Zach, because he's like that with everybody.
Yeah, you cannot ever like hold yourself to like Zach's feelings. Like you're not, unless you're doing something malicious to him. You don't know what's going to make him mad or not. Or what's going to make him extremely happy.
He's a very, very, very eclectic character.
Our young hero, Danny, has something you should really implement in your next video. D's nuts.
Speaking of
trolls. Do you implement that in your next video?
I think
right.
No.
Right,
I think ban him. Bye-bye. I think our young hero is actually just trying to become Zach 2.0 at this point.
Oh no, he's inspiring a small army of trolls.
He literally just jumps onto our Resident Evil live streams just to say, he jumped in yesterday and he just says, I thought I'd tune in to see if somebody decent was playing, but I see it's you, so I'm off. Bye-bye. And that's just kind of thing that he does.
Kamikaze has a good point. Zach was just using Breon to shit on himself because he's a masochist. That's true as well.
That's probably what it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good analysis of the situation. That's the end.
This is the end, my only friend. This is the end. Yeah, so there you go. There's another fan mail in the bag. I'm sorry it was just the two of us because I
thought it was fun.
I thought it was great. Probably the best.
No one complaining about how long it was. We got to talk about all the subjects we wanted to talk about.
I know it was like wildly more efficient than with James's technical issues and Zach's constant derailments. Cool.
I have some questions for the audience. Why have everybody's attention? It's about TikTok. So if anyone wants to leave at this point, you can do that. But we're going to be talking about TikTok for the next minute. Wait, Danny, you can't leave. You got to stay here. Should the TikTok only be gaming videos, or should we be doing be getting videos of Danny and Zach and James and myself doing the TikTok things?
That's all we got time for this week. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
We gotta know if it should just be games or if it should be I'll pretend I'm a GameFront intern who is just given the account and then start doing my own things. We'll figure it out.
How many people like TikTok? How many people in the chat right now actually are on TikTok?
A bunch of people.
Breon's never used it. Da-da! Doi! There's a good start.
All right, in 2020s, TikTok had approximately 65.9 million users.
Okay, so there's 13 people tuned in right now, and Breon's never used it. Steve the Ghost would prefer just games, but you'd probably get more views by doing the regular TikToks. The only TikTok I like is part of Hickory Dickory Dock, ticked the mouse ran up the clock.
Come on, guys. Fine, me and my TikTok friends will get out of here because we already got everyone who uses TikTok has already followed me, so we'll just do little chats. Oh, there is. If you are still here and you're on TikTok, though some of our videos have gotten likes, there hasn't been a single comment on either of the two videos. So you could be the first person to ever comment on a GameFront TikTok, and then you could sell that as a crypto thing or whatever.
Why are we pushing this TikTok so hard?
Because it's fun.
We
really is.
We have an Instagram. We don't push that. We don't push Twitter. We don't push Facebook. We don't push
yeah, I should
Pinterest.
connect to the Instagrams because I can automatically push the TikToks to the Instagram. But I didn't think you wanted that kind of content on there.
Oh, well, I mean, if we're just going to go start plumbing the depths of social media, you might as well just milk it for all
Go
it's
all
worth.
in?
You might as well go all in.
You have to give me access to the Instagram then.
Okay,
I'll do
we'll
that for
do
sure.
that.
I'll just push the TikToks to the Instagram.
Breon says, can you mirror content on TikTok?
Oh, Steve the Ghost, first TikTok commenter.
Nice.
Commenter?
What was
I'm
the
first.
comment?
Who?
Oh,
He
is
did
that
it.
it? So the first comment was a first comment.
Yep. That's in classic GameFront fashion.
Jesus Christ.
Now we can sell that on the open crypto market.
Yeah, we're going to make an NFT or whatever it is out of that and just sell it. Okay.
I mean, we can't. It's his. He owns it. He was the first one. Oh, this is a question for you, and this doesn't have to be done, but I should follow back everybody, right?
Probably.
Done.
We did this thing
Follow
on
back.
Instagram where we just went and followed a bunch of people who were relevant, so then people would find us through that. So you probably want to start following
Wow.
other
Wow,
gamers who
wow.
are relevant and stuff. I don't know, but
You're mad at me for playing the game, and here we are.
I know, what am I doing giving you actual advice on this? I just, yeah, you've actually tilted me to the point that I'm trying to be receptive to actually this TikTok thing. Right. I think
I am going to I'll do some of the regular things. I can mirror it to Instagram. If you guys are on Instagram, it'll push to there. And then I think I'm going to start sending you guys as challenges where I'll need you to film short videos and then send it back. And then I can make little sketches and you guys won't even know what kind of sketch you're about.
I'm not making content. I'm not making exclusive content for TikTok. It's bad enough that you did the Hulk Hogan
It's
thing
for
to me.
TikTok and for Instagram. We know that now.
When it gets cross-posted to Instagram, does it have the little TikTok logo in the corner?
Come on.
Does it have the little TikTok logo in the corner?
Come on. These types of questions are inappropriate for this stream.
I don't want to be associated with TikTok.
I think we need to focus on the real issue at hand is getting viewers onto the GameFront YouTube channel.
Okay. Right. Fine. We'll take it offline.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Live stream starting tomorrow morning, 9 to 10:30-ish. We're playing through Dragon's Dogma over here on Twitch. Pretty fun stuff. One more video to come out this week, and then I think I'm going to start Biomutants tomorrow, right?
So the schedule for this week is a little lighter than usual because James is away. So we've got a Dark Souls 2, and we've also got another Resident Evil 5 to come out. There might be another... I don't think there's any more Dark Souls 3s or anything, is there? I'm aware of.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, we only have the 2.
Yeah, so we just got 2, I'm afraid, for this week. Plus, I'm going to start uploading the Village stuff to the channel this week. And maybe we can...
Are you downloading the Dragon's Dogma stuff too?
I'm not downloading... Oh, no, I wasn't going to do that. I was just going to do Village as a one-off.
You should do Dragon's Dogma too. I think people will like it.
I'm just worried about where we're going to fit all this stuff in the schedule. I was just going to do it as a one-off because it was just a short few videos. And
just disregard the 24-hour thing and just like pick a day where we just like one of the uploads is we just drop like 8 VODs or whatever.
we could probably do that for the Twitch stuff, maybe.
especially because we've got days coming up where we're not going to have videos. So now is the best time.
Well, this is why I thought with Resident Evil Village that there's only 5, and it's already been completed. Whereas I don't know how long Dragon's Dogma is going to go on for. Is all it was.
I have no clue.
Well, you
I
know what
that
we can do.
It's probably
we
like
can,
twice as big as Skyrim.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we can take it offline. We can take
I like air out all our business in public.
Take it offline. I know. But yeah, there was we may. I mean, speaking of doing business in public, I've got to get something to eat and stuff. But are you free for the day with James not about?
I am. Yeah, I'm just hanging out. My housemates are gone. I could do some work, but it's not necessary if you wanted to, like, I don't know, show everybody how good at PUBG we are. Or...
We can either do we can do a live stream or we can record a one-off video for the week or something. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever. If you guys have suggestions, just let us know.
Cool. Right, we'll do that in a bit. Right, we're off.